Da-da-da, da-da-da-dum, da-da-da, da-da-da-dum, da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Okay. Well,
We are live. Hey, we're
mostly.
on time.
Yay! What a
I'm
miracle!
gonna change angles
That's
slightly.
fine. Good. Yes, you should.
One more.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. You're happy.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Welcome to yet another live stream.
With Lori Cole.
And Corey. That's Corey.
That's a famous game designer.
And that is sort of a famous game
Oh,
designer.
I'm sort of an administrator or something.
Well,
Programmer.
yeah, but, you got Dr. Brain credit. That's
All
all
right,
it
I'm
takes.
famous.
Yes, so,
I'm famous too.
yes, so you get to have that.
And today we are not playing Quest for Glory.
Yes, we will be playing Quest
We're
for
pl-
Glory someday, but
Today we're doing The Crimson Diamond by Julia Minamata.
Yes, yet another in a series of indies.
This is
Indie
actually
games.
all part of Lori's subtle and cunning plan to delay Quest for Glory 3 until the summer, specifically just after Memorial Day on the...
I'm not counting, and I don't do anything.
Well, yes, but
right.
So we will have another stream next 2 weeks. I don't know what we're doing.
Well, I thought we would do a surprise.
We'll do a surprise in 2
Yes.
weeks. Then on the 17th of May, we will not stream.
Because we will be
We
out of...
will be on our way home from Tokyo
Yes,
and not up to streaming caliber.
no.
But on Saturday, May 31st, we'll start on Quest for Glory 3.
Happy April! I hope you're all well and warm. We are warm. It is a lovely sunny
Yes,
day.
we are.
and
We're
you're in-
wearing T-shirts here.
in San Diego area.
It was cool enough this morning. I did turn on the furnace for a few minutes.
It was down in the
It was
60s.
65, practically freezing.
Yes. And we've had cool days, and we had a little bit of rain the other day, which is just so unusual. The other night, actually. So that's it.
Yes, we woke up one morning and saw that there was some puddles in the neighboring rooftops.
Yes. Rain on the rooftops.
Saturday we miss is the Super Cincy Expo.
That sounds exciting. Yeah,
Well, you'll miss us and we'll miss you.
indeed. Yeah, I have a game in mind for next week. I mean, next time. That's totally different.
Ooh, stream overlays for my very next Victory Royale.
Have you been to Iceland? Haha. Have you anything you loved about it? I love the photos I see of Iceland, and I love that black sand against the waters and all that. But no,
Yeah, if we were to annex a country, I think Iceland would be a much nicer place to annex than Greenland.
well, at least more beautiful in a lot of ways. Really fond of the pictures, but no, we haven't been there. There's a lot of places we have not been. The list is long.
I followed when Bobby Fischer moved to Iceland. Reykjavik.
Okay.
Reykjavik.
Our trips this year are Japan, and we are going right to Tokyo and spending a week there with our son and our daughter and our grandchild.
FCBD, what are we supposed to have? CBD stands for.
And yeah, so there's a very nice picture that is very resemblant of what we're going to play, indeed. Greenland is Meanland. Iceland is Niceland. Very good. Free comic book day.
Oh my!
Yes, support your local comic book dealer, because after all, the only reason they're there is because you care.
Well, there was the accidentally posted discussion in our Discord about Darkseid, Darkseid, a DC Comics villain I had never heard of.
Oh, no.
He came in the Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen,
Comics when...
back in 1970.
Well, we should have heard of him.
And
Or maybe
I didn't. Well, I was never a fan of Jimmy Olsen.
I didn't.
I don't know.
I mean, didn't get a lot of comics by him, but no. I did. I think got one or two, maybe, when comics were affordable.
I did read Superman and Batman and the Fantastic Four and what was the one with Brainiac?
Oh, that group.
That group with Brainiac. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My brother was a big fan of them, so I read his.
Yes. Have a happy Easter. Yes, happy Easter to everybody.
Oh yes, apparently yesterday was Good Friday and tomorrow is Easter Day, which led me to ask what's Saturday, and I already had no answer.
I did have an answer. Our live stream.
Oh,
is
and
what
his
I
answer was
answered.
our live stream.
Yes, important.
So here we are, in between Good Friday and Easter,
yes.
Is live stream with the Coles.
Indeed. And sharing yet another game by an indie.
Yeah. So, is that it? We got anything to talk about, or should I start playing?
Well, was there anything we did do?
We got all kinds of things again. There will be news being posted to all of our Kickstarters and Patreon that I just have not had the energy to write anything recently. But
probably
some of the news.
Legion, yeah, maybe the League of...
Legion of Superheroes? Could be.
Yeah.
It was something like
League.
that.
League of Superheroes.
League of Superheroes?
Something like that. It's, too many years. Too many.
This is Holy Saturday.
Ah, okay, thank you.
I wonder if that's why we have no mail.
It's wholly possible.
Whereas if this were, about 8 months later, it would be Holly Saturday.
Ah, well, it's not Holly time.
But it's a long time till Holly time.
We're talking about
news. Okay, so the news is the Olds is back in January. Philip, our programmer, stealth updated Summer Days Tilly's Tale to fix some big issues with the music so that it loads it much more efficiently, and the game runs faster and doesn't have problems on low memory machines. But we just started going back to the Hero U and Tilly's Tale soundtracks and realizing that we had uploaded the MP3 versions, but had some fan demands for, you should give us the high resolution versions too. And Steam at that point was not allowing really large downloads and couldn't figure out how to do it. But they now do. So I've gone back to Steam and BackerKit and now have the FLAC versions of both soundtracks up there, so you can get higher resolution, less compression, therefore more accurate audio on your soundtracks.
Just what you've always wanted, yes.
Yes. Final quality is spoiling those young ears again. Yeah, I mean, we can't hear the difference.
Do you really?
Does it go up to 20K, and we're lucky if we hear 2K, I think. 2K hertz.
I see.
I don't know. I did a test at some point. I think it got up to 8K.
Okay, well, we were doing news, not
what other news do we have? Oh, the big news. The really big news.
There is news.
Is Hero U Road to Redemption is coming out on the PlayStation in 5 days. 24th of April.
How about that?
And I had talked 2 years ago with Salacia Games, and they just casually asked me if we'd be interested in having Hero U on the PlayStation, Xbox, and consoles in general. I said, yeah, that'd be great. And then didn't hear anything, so I assumed the project was dead. And a few days ago, I got an email from the tester there, and who says that they're releasing it on the 24th of April. Cool. Stealth release, but the tester was just loved the game and loved all the word plays and such, and one of the catchphrases decided that is her new favorite catchphrase. Yay, PlayStation, Hero U. PS5 only or PS4 as well? I would assume PS4 as well, but I don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
We know nothing.
We are as surprised as you are to get the news.
We got an email from a tester. Never heard anything official from the company. Brainiac as the villain for Superman.
Yeah.
Yes, the original Brainiac.
Right. Yes.
And later Brainiac 5.
Ah.
Was the one that was.
I remember Saturn Girl. I didn't remember Dream Girl.
Dream Girl who died.
Saturn Age. Yes. Superboy. Yes. There were the Teen Titans or whatever they were, and yeah.
But yeah, my favorite was Mon-El. Mon-El had all of Superman's powers and was not affected by kryptonite, uh, except he could only use one power at a time. He could not fly and use heat vision at the same time. So he had to decide what he was going to do. And of course, the Legion of Superheroes had, they all had flight belts that were designed by Brainiac 5, so he could fly that way. If I recall, he was vulnerable to lead, which is kind of a weird vulnerability.
Well, yeah. Superheroes.
But that was Mon-El.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. One of these days we should play Superheroes of Hoboken. That would be
we should do that. Yeah, Steve Moratsky did the Superheroes of Hoboken, a role-playing game for Legend Entertainment, and it's really a lot of fun.
To be fair, we're vulnerable to lead. Yes, especially when it's applied to the back of the head.
Yes, that would work. Lead sap.
Yeah.
Lead in your drinking water isn't so good for you either.
No.
Romans had a problem with aqueducts made of lead, if I recall.
Well, at least that's.
Or at least that was the rumor.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
I think they also made serving plates out of lead.
Yeah. Especially when it's in the form of a pipe and you're taking
a nap in the conservatory.
Yes, exactly. Don't do the conservatory.
Taking a nap with Miss Scarlet in the conservatory.
Then you really get that, yeah. Naps in quote.
Professor Plum.
Yes.
Yeah, we played a lot of Clue when we were kids.
Oh, yes, we did. Good morning.
Hello, Marius K. Marius K.
Yes. 007.
I read it as Marlusk the first time.
Okay. Or cool.
What about 007?
It's 007.
It's
007. Yeah.
Marius K. 007. I was trying to think of a Bond theme. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hey, it was flat. Cluedo.
I even have some of the child mystery books based on the game growing up. I never actually. From Miss Sydney. Yay, Sydney. What happened to 001? Don't ask. It's a dangerous business. Let's see. What else?
Yeah, I mean, same thing as Brainiacs 2 through 4 we don't know anything about.
That's, yeah.
But Brainiac 5 finally became one of the good guys.
About time. Wow, it's early down under there right now. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, some people said there are morning people in the world, or so we hear.
Yeah.
In fact, I've had some encounters with them recently. I had 2 mornings in a row. It was horrifying.
Yeah, we don't do people anyway. Let's see, what else was on the news for our game? Well, let's see. We've got a lot. We're still working, of course.
Yeah, I was going to say the way game development goes is it's a big long grind. So Lori is grinding away at her daily quests every day at writing a few lines each day of Nefeo's Adventure.
And of course, we've got JP is refining the last of the art of Nefeo's game. I have to basically go through all the art now to do any final tweaks to the...
Yeah, to bring all the older art up to the quality of the new.
Yes, because we really changed the art style between Tilly's Tale and Nefeo's Adventure.
That's a challenge you really have on big games when you use multiple artists, is trying to get the artist feel consistent and, to be of a style. I was just glanced at a news article on the web that was talking about a game and all the attention they were putting into the lighting in order to get the appropriate mood for this, and the feel for this game.
The lighting is important, especially in a 3D game.
And that one was a, kind of mysterious, ominous, sort of a horror game that they wanted to make you feel horrible, yes.
I guess so. There are some real games out there that are just designed to make you feel just exactly like your character would feel if they were in that setting. And somehow, you know, I'm pretty much would rather not. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't watch much in the way of horror movies. I mean, we saw the original Alien and Aliens. We liked Alien. Didn't care as much for Aliens.
I like Aliens. It was just a good war movie.
Oh.
That whole mood had changed. It was not the same movie. So I consider them two different genres altogether. But that's a matter of how you direct these films. It makes a big difference, even with scripts. But, so, too.
I saw a selected clip from Ender's Game and decided it was a little too, on the nose for the ending. Where, Ender very explicitly says, "They were, intelligent species." How they were probably only trying to protect themselves from us.
Yeah, well.
Oh, well, it's more than the movie. You don't have to watch it now.
It's really.
I like the book of Ender's Game.
I did too. I even read
I like
a
the
sequel.
book of Starship Troopers, although it doesn't quite
Yeah,
bear
I
rereading
wasn't.
as much as some.
Yes, I wasn't a big Heinlein fan. He just irritated me with his writing. So, from the first book I read, have spaceship will travel, just irritated me, and I didn't.
Moon is a harsh mistress, and
I liked Moon. I liked some of them.
yeah,
And they're
Stranger
really,
Things,
I mean, they are very influential, and if you haven't read them, they are
definitely ahead of their time.
Some of them are really worth reading.
Tunnel in the Sky was one of my favorites.
And I liked Stranger Things.
So if you're looking for a Heinlein that you might not have read, Tunnel in the Sky is it's got problems, but it's really really a good yarn.
Okay. And other than that, I think we're up to date in terms of what's new. We've done an opening video for Ifeo's Adventures we got the soundtrack, the music in, and it looks great. It sounds great. We're really thrilled. And so, it's exciting times. So, we can.
Now, there was something else new, but it's actually not visible on screen, so don't worry about it.
Okay. They won't know. You'll never know.
You'll never know what's right over there.
Oh, like they care.
Like you care.
Yeah, really.
Okay, let's get on to the Crimson Diamond.
And if anybody had any curiosity whatsoever about Corey's enigmatic statements, we got a new file cabinet that's huge. Yeah.
And empty. I haven't gotten around to putting
okay.
anything in it. I got it so I could put all these papers away that have been floating around the kitchen
Looking
table.
forward to trying to get my friends to partake in Ifeo's adventure. Well, we certainly appreciate the effort, whether or not you can get them in.
Well, at least they can play Hero U. If I'm kind of visualizing that when we're done with the Ifeo's adventure, I can do a big promotion with both of the Summer's Day games, and try to get more visibility to them.
Yes, exactly. I've been surprised by the things you can do in Quest for Glory 5. Like you can kill random citizens, blow up fish, or continuously shrink enemies and some NPCs into a single pixel. Okay?
All right.
I did not know you could do that.
I actually haven't played much of Quest for Glory 5. We'll have to get to that eventually.
I mean, we will eventually get to that, and then we will play the hell out of it.
Maybe about this time next year, because of course, summer we devoted to Quest for Glory 3, and our traditional autumn Quest for Glory 4.
Yep.
But maybe by
this time
late
next
winter or early spring next year.
we will play the heck out of that game. Because
And
there's
it'll
a
take
lot
us-
to that game.
It'll take us a long time to play Quest for
Yes.
Glory 5 all the way through.
Yep. All right.
I think we did a little bit of it on the stream last year, but I must have got lost.
Yeah, but we need to actually play the game rather than...
So over here on the desktop, I have my Steam with my Steam library. I have the Crimson Diamonds selected.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have a link on the desktop that I probably could have just
You
clicked.
could have probably. course, Quest for Glory 5 is big. It has twice the points of the others.
Oh, there we go.
Ah, yes.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Play the Crimson Diamond. Play. Again.
I like that music.
Yeah. And who did that music?
The music was done by Brandon.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan Polakar. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm confused.
Yes.
Dan Polakar did the music for Crimson Diamond. And it turns out that Dan's day job is performing with a reggae band.
Yes.
And so Dan is doing the music for Summer Days of Fayo's Adventure with a mixed reggae jazz pop style.
I'm gonna ping Julia in your Discord since she's currently showing signed out of Discord though. Oh, it's a shame, but yes, thank you. Go give her
I
the-
should have let her know that we're doing this, but
Yes.
oh well.
I didn't know we could get a hold of her. But at any rate, remember, this game
Tutorial.
is done entirely by her with a little bit of help from Dan for the music and other things. But she did this, so all of the art, all of the direction, and all the writing. You've got to really, applaud these people like the Crimson Diamond, or if you didn't watch, if you weren't here for our live stream last time when we played the
Rosewater.
Rosewater. I keep wanting to do some other rose, but Rosewater, and where we had the designer, the writer, the director, the co-director, the co-writer, and everybody else that did it, i.e. 2 people and 1 of the voice people, all showed up. And you really want to watch that on YouTube because it was a really exciting adventure, and it was well worth playing, and we really want to encourage you.
All these streams, after the stream, I export them, sometimes same day, sometimes takes a few days. Export them out to our YouTube channel, which is the Hero-U, I think. Hero-U Road to Redemption. No, it's Hero-U Road to Redemption on YouTube.
Okay, yes. Do a check for Corey and Lori live stream and then find that. Go watch that. It's great. And then go play that game. But now we're on this game. And this game, yeah.
I can just sit here and listen to music and play
Right,
it.
it's really fun. The style, and as I said, this is a tribute to Laura Bow. And honestly, they asked me if was there any other game series that Sierra did that I would have liked to have worked on, and it was Laura Bow. I thought that had a lot of
As long as
potential.
they're quiet, you think?
Okay. It isn't, so therefore.
Oh, the mic is loud. The game music's too loud, maybe.
Yeah, we probably need to turn down the music from the game. So let's start
do
the
that
game.
on the
You
screen.
start the game. You start the game. What did you do?
This one does not get minimized because it is not using DOSBox. Crimson Ontario. Notice the maple leaf on the opening screen.
Look at the animation on him. He's very cute. He just has a few animations. Woo! It uses Adventure Game Studio, but there's a windowed mode in the setting. Interesting colors. You probably have to click this one off.
Maybe.
There you are, Nancy.
Press enter to advance text. This is it. What we've been waiting for.
For up north, a fisherman found a massive diamond in the belly of a fish. Diamonds!
This could be a real boon for a mineralogy exhibit. We need something better than those dilettantes over in geology. I want our exhibit to be the talk of the town. It's too bad we can't spare anyone to head up to the middle of nowhere on such a long shot.
You could spare me. Let me go, Professor Plumber. It would be perfect. Everyone else is busy with the new exhibits. Well, I've been learning the filing system. This could wait a day or two, couldn't it?
I'm not usually in the habit of sending unsupervised young ladies into less civilized regions, such as, Canada. But, as luck would have it, the discovery was made near a lodge where I'm sure you could stay while I conduct your field work. You win, Nancy. Get on home, pack your bags, and catch the train up north.
Oh, hooray! I get to do this!
And he sounds like me because, he looks like me, and we're really the same person.
Thanks so much, Professor.
And Nancy's a redhead, just like Laura used to be. If you find something that can make a big splash at the museum, who knows? Maybe the university will finally accept you as a mineralogy student. Good luck, kiddo.
I won't let you down.
Is this 1920s? Is that the setting? A few hours later.
There's my train. Look at that style. Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's bouncy.
This is it. My first time out of the city. I'm gonna make the most of this trip. It bounces with this train, that music. Yes, you probably have to hit it. I can't wait to see the rocks in northern Ontario. Goodbye, big city. Hello, adventure.
Most days she'll probably see the black fly. North Ontario, IO.
2 hours later. I that should have been with that voice. A few hours later. Or however it is.
Excuse me, miss. Is the seat taken? I know.
Not at all. Please have a seat. Thanks. My name is Kimi Ichiro. Where are you headed? Pleased to meet you. I'm Nancy Maple. I'm bound for a town called Crimson. Oh my, you've got some hours yet. I should know because that's where I'm going. I'm a clerk from the Royal Canadian Museum. My boss sent me to check up on the diamond claim up there. It's a very strange story. Up by Crimson, a fish swallowed a huge diamond. A fisherman caught it. Sliced it open, and there it was, this spectacular, sparkling gem.
Much like Lori.
Can you imagine? I jumped at the chance to investigate. This is my first time out of the city. I couldn't be more excited. Where will you be staying when we get to Crimson? A place called Crimson Lodge. Ah, I am staying at the Crimson Lodge. I'm a bird watcher. I hear there are nesting colonies of cormorants up there. That's what I want to see. And I wouldn't mind seeing the Sulaks while I'm in the area. I'd love to see the big ships up close. Wonderful. We can be traveling companions. I would like very much that.
So first of all, we have an adventure that passes the Bechdel test of having two significant female characters having a conversation that does not involve boyfriends.
Yes. About real things.
Yeah. You and Kimmy chat amiably for a while as the day wears on, the rhythm of the train moving over the tracks, and the monotony of Corey's voice lulls you into a deep sleep.
I'm pleasantly surprised how the 16-color EGA still shows up to give lovely artwork and distinctive-looking characters.
It works really nicely on our side screen with Streamlabs because on the being scrunched into a smaller area that hides some of the pixelation. The conductor announces, "Crimson, this stop."
Nancy, it's time to go. Ah, thanks. Oh no, Where's my luggage? It's not here. There's no luggage left at all. My field kit's in there. What am I going to do? The train will be leaving soon. Nancy, we have to leave now.
Kimiko has her luggage.
Oh, I had no idea anyone else was still on the train. Hello there.
Hello?
I didn't notice you in the train. Isn't that funny?
Not really. I was in the first class car.
I'm here to see the nesting cormorants. Is that why you are here?
Cormorant? Is that a type of a rodent? Excuse me, folks. And I was sent to pick up just one person for the station tonight, Mr. Albert Respa. A European fellow, expert mineralogist on assignment, hired by the federal government on loan from Antwerp. Yay, Antwerps! I wasn't told he'd be bringing any secretaries, wives, girlfriends.
I'm sorry for the confusion, sir.
Jack.
I'm sorry for the confusion, Jack, but we don't know this man at all.
Oh, well then I won't drive you.
My name is Nancy Maple, and my friend here is Kimi Kishiro. I was sent from the Royal Canadian Museum to investigate the diamond claim up here by the Crimson Lodge. And I am here to see nesting cormorants. We're both here to stay at the lodge and go about our business. Do you know which way it is from here?
I surely know where it is, since that's where I drove out from. But I'm sorry to tell you, ladies, the lodge has been closed to the public for months. You didn't hear? My boss, Mr. Richards, he's getting on. He's done with the lodging business, eh? All he wants is peace and quiet. But then this whole diamond fiasco starts up, folks up in arms. He's not pleased at all, I can tell you. This gentleman is here on the government's orders. Mr. Richards can't do much about that. But you two... Well, that's unfortunate, but you have only yourselves to blame for being uninformed. Let's be off, Jack. Good evening, ladies. The thing is, ain't no one's coming by here at this time of night. The nearest accommodation is the lodge, which is a few hours away by automobile even still. Look here, I'll drive you ladies up to the lodge for the night. Tomorrow morning, I'll bring you back here so you can catch the train. As it is, Mr. Richards is gonna be peeved about hosting unexpected guests.
No phone, no phone, no...
No motor car, not a single luxury. I mean, even more than he is already, his sister has come up there from the city to stake her claim. And she brought a lawyer to boot. To boat. Yes, to boot.
Snail mail, but they
Come
just
along now.
left. I mean, no sooner did she, this is the same day, you know. It's not like, you know, this was a
Sure, I'll get those for you. So, your trunks arrived a few days ago. Boy, they sure are heavy. I don't know if boy is much of a Canadianism. Oh, yes, of course.
My, it sure gets dark here at night.
More so than during the day. Lucky for you, I've made this trip many times. Used to be folks would come out here in the summers for recreation. And before my time, settlers came to this area in hopes of building lives for themselves.
It wasn't because there was a body in the track.
But once the mines were used up, there wasn't much reason for them to stay. The soil ain't that good. Maybe Nancy's suitcase got in with
Have you
Sir's
seen any
luggage.
cormorants? I'm hoping to see some.
Yeah, they nest up on the cliffside. Stay away, though. They don't like being disturbed, especially if you're up there to pluck one feather to make into a dispel potion. Particularly during nesting season, which happens to be right now. So if you're wild about birds, I'd let them alone. You'd do them more harm than good. Besides, tomorrow morning I'll take you right back to the train station. You won't have any time to go looking for them.
Have any other diamonds been found around the lodge?
First of all, no way to know if that rock even came from around here. I've been living in this area for years and ain't never seen any diamonds, so I know for a fact it didn't come from these parts. They say that man cut it out of the belly of a fish. That diamond could have come from anywhere upstream. Or it could have been mine. You folks are wasting your time, sorry to say. Who cares about shiny rocks anyway? No use to anybody. We shall see about that.
Maybe Kimmy will see some loons. Yeah.
Maybe he has already seen one.
Yeah, maybe so. There's all sorts of things you could see up there. Your travel-weary companions resist your attempts at chit-chat. It seems that Kimmy and Albert have fallen asleep, although in the almost complete darkness, it's hard to tell.
Do you suppose his estate back in England is the Albert Hall? It's impossible for Jack to hear you from the back seat above the cacophony of the engine and the automobile rattling over the rough country road. You decided it would be best not to distract him anyway. Here we are.
Wow, it's spectacular.
You know what? I almost don't mind having more bodies in the lodge. Feels not so empty. Feels like old times. Make yourself at home while you're here.
Thanks, Jack.
Welcome to Crimson Lodge. Well, for a feminist, Nancy's awfully nice. I'm going to my room. Miss Kishiro, Miss Maple, your bedroom is upstairs at the end of the hall on the right. Funny they opened one for us. The bedroom across the wall from you, that's Mr. Richard's suite. Try to keep quiet and stay out of his way, won't you? He shares a suite with Margot. She's his lady friend. I'm in the bedroom right next to yours, along with Mr. Shaw. Albert demanded the use of my bedroom, so that's where he is. Didn't know why he was so insistent, but the customer's always right, eh? Ha! There's his A, yeah. It's the smallest bedroom and wasn't really meant for guests. Nessa's room.
I feel like we've got to diagram this all
Oh,
out.
yes,
We've
like in Cluedo.
Yes, or more like, it's a logic puzzle.
Oh, yeah, one of those ones where they have
Yes.
Mr. Green, Mr.
Right.
Red, and Mr. Black.
Or Clue, yeah.
They
But
all lived on, the north side of the street.
Yes.
And, one of them drinks.
and I wonder if Albert has been there before, and that's the reason why he insisted upon that room. Yes, that has to be significant.
Yes.
Nessa's room is across the hall from Albert. I'd stay away from her if I were you. Woo!
Ooh, the local Nessa monster. After I get this luggage upstairs, I'm gonna start some supper. Wouldn't do to have you all starve, eh?
First rule, whether based on clue or Colonel's bequest, find the secret passages
Aha!
and avoid the armor.
Yeah, don't oil the armor.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you explore the lodge a little? Talk to the other folks. Most importantly, stay out of my hair. I'm a busy man.
I don't think he's got a lot. Yeah.
Not literally, of course.
Yes, there's not a lot of hair there to stay out of. Yeah.
Oh, and if you want a shower tonight, use the upstairs bathroom near the stairs. It's very pink. You can't miss it. Wonder if Nat's still here. How many places do I got to sit at the table tonight? You and Kimmy head upstairs to your bedroom. You don't have any luggage to unpack, but you hang your hat and coat on the footboard of your bed and consider yourself settled in.
Don't take a shower. Yeah, really. Don't. You're in a strange inn all by yourself. Well, at least you have somebody here.
Number one, introductions. That's, so are there bunks, it looks like?
No, they're not bunks. They're
Beds.
The beds look like very nice beds.
To move dance, you can click the feet icon on your target destination, or you can use the arrow keys to move.
I should talk to everyone to get to know them a little before dinner.
Your notebook will tell you what you need to do to progress through the game. Talk to everyone in the lodge. Kimi, Margot, Albert, Nessa, Corvus, Nathan, Evan, and Jack. I forgot who Corvus is. Type notebook or N when you need to refer to it. Okay, everyone remember the letter N. When you have lots of notes, click the arrow buttons or press
And for notes.
N.
Okay. Yes.
Just sing it out loud so that I'll remember it because that's how I remember
And don't
things.
drink the dragon's breath. Yes.
Essential objectives that must be completed to progress in the game. We marked with 3 X's. 3 stars.
We need to.
Whereas in development of our games, in Quest for Glory in particular, I marked dialogue with XXX if it was stand-in. So if I wrote something in a hurry to make sure the line was there.
Artists, I mean, all the
And
programmers.
I told all the
added-
programmers,
yeah,
if you write your own text, mark it with XXX, we'll go through it later.
because we could do a search for it.
And then we
It was very obvious.
and many times we just took out the X's and used it because our programmers were pretty good at writing dialogue
Okay.
or text, and other times we would rewrite it. Type review at any time to check your current goals.
Seeing as I've lost my luggage, I don't have much to amuse myself before dinner.
She probably had a backgammon set in it.
Perhaps if I take a look around, time will pass a bit faster.
Typing look into the next parser is a good way to get your bearings.
All right, so it's pitch dark now, so, and that implies that it got dark.
Game has autosave. I was just about to
okay.
say it's time to save.
It's gotten dark out, so this must be late fall, or early spring. I don't remember if it actually gave us a time, but because it got dark early, because otherwise it'd be bedtime. But it clearly isn't bedtime yet. Need to find a lantern or a flashlight? I will have to.
This is a bedroom you're sharing with Gimme. A pair of twin beds and matching nightstands are set against the east wall. Now we know our direction, so we can draw our map, as we had to do in all the early role-playing games. Kimmy has claimed the bed closest to the fireplace. A clever move on her part, as summer nights are still chilly this far north. It is summer.
Well, it's
A door
early
on the
summer.
west wall leads back into the upstairs hallway, so we are facing north.
Of course.
Kimmy is here.
Yeah, usually it gets dark later in the summertime, We could talk to her. You kids and your autosaves. In our day, we had to save early, save often, in the snow, uphill, both ways, and we liked it.
Talk to Kimmy. Let's see if it understands too.
I've never been to a place like this before. I'm excited to explore, and I love meeting new people.
It's interesting the way the exclamation point has a
dot on the side.
Scales off to the right.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought. Yes, you are the inquisitive type, aren't you?
And there was a new font put into the game. This one undoubtedly back in November.
Was there?
Jack did invite you to introduce yourself to everyone else. After all, it's only polite.
I most certainly am. Would you like to join me? Oh, no thanks, Nancy. I'm exhausted. That bumpy ride from the train station has left me a bit frazzled. I am looking forward to some peace and quiet before dinner. I can take a hint. I'll leave you be. Oh, one more thing. While you were asleep, Jack mentioned some old lodge brochures stored in the curio cabinet's drawer. They were meant for guests back when the lodge was used as an inn. Even though we may not stay long, he said we're welcome to take them as keepsakes. Thanks, Kimmy.
Notebook will track your progress. Open the curio cabinet drawer, then search the drawer and take the... There's an X... Oh, X talk to Kimmy. Okay, got it. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. What's that? Search couch.
You had saved games? Luxury! Yes.
Add course of action yields no result. Look at couch. Is that not a couch? Comfy window seat. Search window seat. Sorry, you can't do that.
You found 3 silvers that have fallen between the cushions. Exactly.
Yeah, movement feels a little weird. Look, cabinet. See, back in the days of Colossal Cave Adventure, you could only type in 2-word commands, and it only looked at the first 6 letters of each word.
Yeah, so you could get very interesting with what you were actually typing, since you only had to write the first few letters.
The fancy glass paned curio cabinet.
And you
is
had saved
full.
games. Yes, the early game machines with these huge long games like Ghostbusters and that. And there were no real saves. So you had to play them all the way through.
I think it allowed you to pause. That was the best it got.
Can you take the fireplace poker? Good weapon, just in case.
Ah. A pair of intricately decorated silver steins catches your eye. Steel steins. Out of course of action deals. Okay, open cabinet. Curio cabinet is knocked.
But I can see some lovely objects in there, particularly the beautiful matching pair of decorated silver signs. Suppose
lock.
that's important?
Pick lock.
You don't know how to do that, nor is it in your character to learn.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I have other ways.
Aha! Open drawer.
Does Nancy have a hairpin to pick the lock?
We probably had one in our luggage.
Yeah, you open it. She might have one in her hair at that time period. The curio drawer is stuffed with old brochures back from when the lodge was still being run as an inn.
Take brochure. Let's not start with a C. You pick up one of the lodge brochures. You can also ask characters about different topics.
Well done.
Ask Kimmy about brochure.
Ah.
Close
We
drawer.
got a well done. We got a,
You close the
An
drawers
attaboy.
because if a small kid were to come in here, they might climb in the drawers and cause the cabinet to tip over, and that would be terrible.
Do you know how much that cabinet weighs in those days? That thing weighs 300 pounds that they had to haul upstairs. To the upstairs.
Unlock cabinet with hairpin. You can't use hairpin in this game.
Aw, no hairpin. Can't use it. You might have it, but you can't use it. Read brochure.
Unfortunately, it doesn't. Oh, that's weird.
Look at brochure.
Perhaps, but ask about brochure.
I like brochures of places I visit. It was nice of Jack to offer the lodge brochures to us. Though I wonder if he's trying to get rid of them, as the lodge is no longer in business as an inn.
It's good for toilet paper. Type map in the parser, open the lodge brochure, and see the map inside, or you can look at the brochure in your inventory. Look, brochure.
Ah!
There is a conservatory. There's a billiards room.
Study?
Study, was there a studying clue? Dining room. I don't think they called it the dining room. They had a different name for it.
They didn't have a bathroom.
I don't think they had bedrooms, actually, which they certainly should have. Parlor, the mud room. We should go to the mud room and do mud wrestling. We could mud wrestle Albert.
Ah, okay, yeah, that'd be exciting.
Oh, you found a hidden safe. Good work.
Large closet, large linen closet, the size of a guest bedroom. Yeah. All right. Now, okay. Here we go.
Maybe if I click, it'll give me the next page, except I don't seem to have the ability to do that.
Okay.
All right.
Brochure just has the
Get poker. The poker might poke through your pocket and puncture your leg.
Okay.
So what we want to do is bash the cabinet open with the poker, but probably not while Kimmy's in the room.
Could be. But
maybe we can open her suitcase.
not while she's sitting there writing.
Ask Kimmy for hairpin.
I'm sorry. I do not know of such things. Response from Julia in the Discord. Fantastic. Thanks so much for letting me know. I hope they enjoy it.
Yay!
A triptych of small woodcuts on colored paper hang in silver frames.
That means a set of 3 is a triptych. We had a fantasy triptych that folded out,
We have a
sort of like an
fantasy
altar. We
triptych.
still have that?
Yes, we do. We have it right over here. I mean, it's one of my favorites.
It is. We got a lot of art from science fiction conventions back in the day prior to Sierra. A black and white photograph of a mountain hangs over the fireplace. Suppose it's half dome? We'll have to go to webcam. And here is the outside of this thing. And it says it's by Teresa Mather, fantasy artist. So it is 3 paintings that together kind of make one large painting.
Yep.
And
I think it's Epona. I don't know for sure, but I thought that's
Epona?
Epona, the goddess of horses.
Ah.
Isn't that lovely? Yeah.
Does it have a title? Oh, it does have a title.
Does it?
It's hard to read.
Oh, it's written in there on pencil.
Yeah, if I had glasses on.
It is. Epona Icon is what it was.
Ah.
And this was painted in 1998.
1998. So this was actually at the end of, or just past our Sierra time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. From some convention.
So we still went to conventions after that, yeah. So, I mean, pretty much our entire house was decorated with science fiction fan and professional art for a while. I had a print by Michael Whalen and another one by, did I have a David Cherry, I think?
Mm-mm.
I think so. I had some other famous fantasy artist. I had a Vallejo.
Yeah.
But we weren't actually that much Boris Vallejo fans. But Michael Whalen was awesome.
Yeah, but they were all prints. They were not real.
We have
thank you, Danilog. Yes, they are. It is gorgeous. It really is.
It really is. We still have, unfortunately, not on the walls, I think, the 2 paintings by Bradley W. Skank, S-C-H-E-N-C-K, who later went on to become an Amiga game developer. Mm-hmm. And he did some fantastic work with Celtic knot work, art, and these were they watercolor?
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Watercolor and ink pen, but since you can't describe it, you'd have to actually
see them.
And they're in the garage somewhere
Test.
right now. We've just
Why don't we
cleaned
get
out.
we just cleaned out a quarter of the garage.
And now we can actually get to those things.
We have another quarter of the garage that we're going to call the trash people and jettison. And eventually we'll actually have access to the shelves in the back of it. And the filing cabinets there and so on.
And the boxes of paintings.
And the boxes of meeps, most importantly.
Yes. The meeps.
So we can get some artwork and put it up on our newly, almost a year ago now, painted walls.
Yay, meeps. Yes. All right. So let's go see. It is a mountain. It is a gray, black, and white mountain, which we can see from here. What you see is what you get.
I seem to have the wrong focus. There we go.
Uh-huh. Okay, fireplace.
Mountain.
You saw that. Yeah.
Okay, painting. Nope.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
You did the last one. That's it.
Fireplace. A fieldstone fireplace. Looks like it would come in handy on chilly nights. There's a fireplace tool stand next to it. There's some powdery soot accumulating in the fireplace. We could use that to put a mustache on the passport photo.
Okay.
If we don't have cat hair and glue available.
Okay. Make a mustache? Can we put a mustache? Then they'll mistake us for Albert.
Then they'll let us stay because we'll be clearly men.
Yes, it does.
A shovel and a poker.
Now we can bury the body.
Shovel. Made of wrought iron with a wooden handle.
We used to have.
Poker.
Pokers and
made of wrought iron. It looks pretty sharp. That's why we can't put it in our pocket.
Yep.
There's going to be a murder mystery here, clearly.
Clearly, we know we're set up for it, and Albert should be the
soot. Get soot. You take some of the soot.
Well done. I like the well done.
Smear soot on face.
You can't smear it. Take shovel.
Use soot as makeup.
You can't use makeup in this game.
Disc, because it was in my suitcase that disappeared. Wait, is that King Graham's hat? Look, hat. Your tusty green hat. It's in the brass footboard of your head. So what would I want soot for? Well, we don't know
We
yet.
don't know yet. We haven't.
Now,
done
Ron
it.
Gilbert had a principle that, I think it was Gilbert, that...
No, it
who
was.
was it?
It was.
Moriarty? No.
Try again. It was our boss at Legend Entertainment.
Bob Bates.
Bob Bates.
That you should not find items until you have the puzzle
Yes.
that you need to solve with them.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought...
Bob Bates did.
Ron felt the same way.
Maybe Gilbert did too, but Ron, I mean, that you should have, you have the puzzle, then you get the items.
type helper H to open the help window.
List of parser shortcuts.
How about L?
Yes.
This is that's very retro. That goes right back to
Northern end of the upstairs hallway. The door to the west leads to the master bedroom. The door to the east leads to the room you share with Kimmy. An impressive oil painting is mounted here. The hallway continues south.
oh painting.
A masterful oil painting is framed and hung at the end of the stairway's hallway. The plaque reads L. Harris.
Aha! We're supposed to look at Harris.
Ah, I see.
Use soot with plaque. We could use in the whole painting, and use isn't used in this verb. Other verbs are required,
Ah,
but smear isn't one of them. Oh,
oh, good.
Trying to
So let's see our inventory then.
I.
Okay, got our notebook.
What a newspaper looks like. Issue of the Toronto Eye from a few weeks ago. The map?
The soot.
The soot. It's a fine black powder.
What's that thing in the upper corner?
This one?
Yeah.
My lucky mineralogist loop engraved with your name and attached to a handy lanyard.
Okay.
I
That's for use.
see. I.
It's like a magnifying glass, I would guess. No,
Nope,
that's
that
not
doesn't
how
work.
to use it.
What is the user interface here?
Move it out of the screen? No. Try finding directions. Look and look carefully. Maybe.
Yeah, the loop is used inside the inventory.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe we can only use it to look
Zardo speaks. At high school?
you don't want to soil your lucky loop by using it to examine the soot.
Ah, thank you.
You admire the minute dots that comprise the newspaper photograph of a round cut diamond. The natural diamond described in the article would be an octahedron, not a faceted specimen. What an embarrassing inaccuracy!
Yeah, exactly. You don't find rough diamonds that have facets like that. Okay, fine.
Fascinating.
Okay.
What was this? Oh, closer examination of the lodge map doesn't reveal anything new.
An uncut diamond. Yeah, it's not an uncut diamond. That would look like a very well cut diamond. Okay, close. We did this part. So you use it in the inventory. That's interesting.
Right click does not do anything. Lori and I had an argument. We could listen at door. You don't hear any voices. Can I repeat? Yes.
If you want to use the loop outside the inventory,
Use a
try
backslash key
examination.
or type pause or P to pause the game.
Thank you. Can you look through the keyhole? Ooh. No, that's too bad. They missed a bet there. It looks like a bookshelf over here. Upstairs hallway.
Storage closet. Stairs in the west wall is a storage closet. Oop.
You went downstairs.
I didn't mean to do that. I guess I have to come one more level to look at that.
Control A for ask about. Yeah. Ah, now we're seeing the outdoors.
Ah.
Now, look at that way she's done that. Go south. Notebooks.
Not very interesting books. I guess that means don't take any. Take book. Anyway.
So go south. All right. So this
is
how.
that actually south? Yeah, probably is.
I think so. Well, so you can
What's
actually.
Yeah.
Can you go through these doors that are indicated by outlines?
Oh, M brought me menu instead of map.
Help. Windowed. Save game. Load game. Restart. Quit game. Sans font.
All right, let's go to the other font. Now we have the serif font. Crimsonite serif.
You like
That
this?
is a little harder to read. I like the sans
Usually
font better.
sans for this, yeah.
Credits. We should usually do that at the beginning.
Yes. How about that? Design, writing, art, animation, and programming by Jordan.
Music composed and performed by Dan Polakar
On a real Roland MT32. Oh, she
Retro.
made the font. That's really going far. Yes.
Well, of course, Eric Langell on Quest for Glory 5 wrote the
Teslay and Anna Vega.
graphics engines,
Yeah.
3D engines. Sarah Kelly. You say less important.
Dave Gilbert and Nalani.
Pushing up roses.
Yay.
Alani,
And
yay.
then her Patreon people.
Adventure Game
We
Geek.
wouldn't be able to do that. No.
Oh, maybe it goes for weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
maybe
escape.
this, yeah.
Haha.
Francisco Gonzalez. We all know
Knock.
that guy. Yeah. I didn't even see his name there. Okay.
You get no response.
Open door.
Maybe this is an unused guest room.
Woo.
Okay.
That's a spare room.
This must be the mud room.
No, we're
Spare room.
upstairs.
Oh, that way. Ah,
We're upstairs.
spare room. Look for bowling balls.
What? It
Well,
is
it's a
not
spare room.
No, Corey.
Strikes and spares. All right, L. Spare room is brightly decorated and inviting. There's a love seat, a fancy lamp, and some decorative plates. A door on the west wall leads back to the upstairs hall. See, if we start stealing everything that isn't nailed down, no reason why they're kicking us out.
Yes, it does look like a sitting room. I would have called it a sitting room because there's no bedroom here.
Oh, but we don't know how to sit, so it's standing room.
I guess.
It's standing room only.
Okay, fine.
Gotta get my line in.
Yes, you did. Look at.
Painting
All right. Art Nouveau poster.
is an advertisement for absinthe, featuring an auburn-haired woman in a sheer robe. Oh my!
Tisk, yes.
And we're in fact using Art Deco and Art Nouveau for
Art Deco.
Buzzworthy.
Yes.
Look, books. None titles catch your eye. Move books. Can't do that.
Alas.
Look, shelf. Bookshelf contains a set of classic literature, as well as a number of storybooks. There's also a framed photograph. The photograph appears to be of Evan and Nessa's parents, posed in front of the newly built lodge. All right, I'm having trouble keeping names. I don't. Evan and Nessa. I know there's a
We
Nessa.
haven't met Nessa yet.
We're told not to meet her.
Yeah, she was in Bandhood. Oh, maybe she's a sister.
A trio of pretty decorative plates sit on a small curio shelf. Take plate. Plates are delightful where they are. Perhaps there are plainer plates for you to use elsewhere.
Okay, fair. You gonna search the couch?
I'll get there. Floor lamp has lovely leaded glass shades painted many vivid. Search table actually. First. Search couch.
No.
Sit on couch.
Ah, so you can sit.
And it's animated.
Yeah.
nicely.
And you blend in.
It
You
is-
could be camouflaged. You
Yeah,
could
nobody will know we're here.
You know, just need to cover your head.
Your table. It is simply constructed. Yeah, but it looks like it's one of those ones that has a shelf underneath it.
Yeah, well, it doesn't clearly.
Examine photo? Okay,
Okay.
as opposed to just looking.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That might be the.
Okay, get up. I see no up here. That's happened in
Yes.
some games.
Yes, that did happen.
X photo.
Okay. Would not benefit. All right.
X plates.
Very nice.
X rug. Look rug. Lovely green rug here with a golden linear pattern. I was wondering if it might be a map of the maze. That's been used in some games. I believe it was used in The Seventh Guest, among others. Although I never realized that, so I just mapped it myself. Open door.
There, we get to be
On the
out on the
balcony.
balcony. It's a widow's walk.
Balcony provides a spectacular view of the grounds below. You can move further along the balcony to the west and east. Let's look in the windows on the west of the people that can't
Yep.
get to. Oh. Pillar.
You can peek in other rooms, yes.
Walls and pillars are constructed of solid, sturdy timber. It's kind of like stone to me, actually.
Oh, well.
Lamp. Lamp.
You can't see that from that angle anyway. Look in the window.
There is a window.
Yes.
Look, windows. Hesitate to look into this window in case you see something you shouldn't.
That's the bathroom.
Oh my.
Desk.
So we have 1920s sensibilities here. Of course, it's roaring 20s and all that.
Is it the 20s? I wasn't
thought
sure what
so.
time this was. I thought it was earlier.
1890s?
I don't know when. I'd have to check
I
again.
don't
It
remember.
told you at the beginning, and we didn't keep it in mind.
Oh dear.
But you'd think this was just 20s.
Read newspaper. Headline of the newspaper reads Diamonds. Article goes on to display. I'll
Yeah.
do it. Russian prospectors. I suppose this could be 1840s,
It's
but
the
except we had
reclusive.
reclusive. Evan Richards, who declined to comment for this story. Canadian government has dispatched an expert mineralogist from Antwerp, Belgium, to investigate. Grimston, Ontario, once home to thriving garnet mines. I thought it was wines. Garnet mines has been a ghost town for decades. What a boon this could be. Oh, what a wonderful boon this could be. You can see into the spare room.
Indeed. You can see in the hallway. Exactly. So, other than the bathroom,
I see, and this one's the bathroom.
big window for that bathroom. All right, now we can go downstairs, unless you wanted to go in the bathroom.
First to knock, because I wouldn't want to
Yeah, you wouldn't want to
embarrass
walk
someone
in
in there.
Wow, look at that wallpaper.
Locked door. You locked the bathroom door. There we go. Now we can do all sorts of.
You can pull the chain of the toilet and use a sink. And there's the pink bathtub. And there's another
see.
interesting picture on the wall.
Toilet. That would not benefit.
Look in the garbage can.
Rug. Look, rug. A small rectangular rug in front of the bathtub, presumably to prevent wet feet from leaving marks on the wooden floor.
Anything in the toilet tank?
There's
It's
also
hard to
an
go
even
into.
smaller rug in front of the toilet, assumes to keep feet warm during longer engagements with the porcelain. How delicate.
Thinking of Godfather. Yeah. They'll put the gun up there.
woman with voluminous whiplash hair is advertising cigarettes in the Art Nouveau poster. So what was the Art Nouveau
look, you
poster?
get the reflection when you go by the mirror. See?
Oh, nice.
That's fun. That was good. Nice
That's
little
good
touch.
work. Pull, no, okay, search tank. You can't use tank in this game. Pull handle.
Oh.
Open
Is
toilet.
the mirror a medicine cabinet? Can you open
Keep
the
the lid
medicine?
down, it's more sanitary. I guess we can't use the toilet. How about use toilet? Oh, can't. Sit on toilet. A little privacy would be nice.
Okay. That reflection is some fancy AGS programming, yes. Now, look at the mirror. They're right. The mirror is probably a medicine cabinet.
Is you all right? Open cabinet. Aha!
Mm-hmm. Look in cabinet.
X cabinet. Search, that was the word. Cabinet. Contains the usual remedies you'd expect to find. Dr. Kilmer's Swamp Root, Myers System Regulator and Tonic, Red Cloverine Pills, a bottle of Qatar Remedy, and Beecham's Patent Pills. It sounds like late 1800s. That
Yeah.
could be mid.
No, I think it was.
No, it's going to be late because, well, not the 1900s because they have cars.
That's true. It
And
has
car
to be.
was horseless carriage.
Yeah. And they've got roads, yes. Love all the old medicines and elixirs and such in that medicine cabinet. Yes, that's a nice touch. The only one I know of is Beecham's Pills. Yeah. Look, under the bath mat. You suppose there's a key there? Yeah, that's interesting how the mirror actually works.
Search mat.
Unfortunately, it doesn't yield anything. All right, we have examined this toilet.
Can't do that.
We have done this. We now know there are pills.
Search.
You could poison somebody.
Trash. Nothing in the waste paper basket.
Okay.
It's all clean.
Ray tracing and reflection is really nice, yes.
Take shower. You're about to get out of the shower with clothes on. Oh my. Strip. I think some privacy would be nice. Game has auto-saved.
You took your shower.
Oh.
Turn on water.
Turn on water. You turn on the water. Check temperature. Feel water. Test water.
Take bath. I don't know.
Take
Shower.
bath. Oh, okay. Turn knob. Turn on shower. You pull the shower valve. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Take shower. With my blanket on. Towel on.
Towel.
There we go. Delicately dumped on the mat.
Very fun.
I feel so clean. And here comes
Oh
the
no,
knife.
there's the shower scene.
Dun, 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 dun. Did you hear someone trying to open the bathroom door? Good thing I locked it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, here's the sound of the plumbing. Oh, that was refreshing. Game has autosave. Fresh and clean. Well done. Turn off shower. Turn off water.
Oh no, it's like the Crow's Request where you can get killed in the
dry
shower a la
off.
Psycho. It sure looks like it.
Dry.
It sure sounds like it.
Get towel. And doom everyone to wet hands? Never.
Get dressed.
Get out.
All right. Now we're reaching for the towel. Okay, fine. It looks like, yeah, it sounds like you could have actually.
Now, wash clothes. Sorry, you can't do that.
Oh.
Get dressed.
Okay.
All right. All very Lets you do all the things that everybody does, but for some reason they have to hide.
Okay, let's go.
Examine wallpaper. Maybe there's a clue on it. Nothing noteworthy.
All right. We haven't done all our talking yet.
Yeah, but we didn't want to meet people until we
Yes, we've
Cleaned
cleaned
up.
up and refreshed. Yeah.
open door.
It's possible somebody just wanted to use the bathroom while we were there.
Close door.
Like our roommate, for instance. Go down the stairs. Okay.
Should have closed that earlier. I mean,
Yeah.
really, it's polite. Save. Shower time.
Okay.
And this is heading downstairs. I was going to say heading down, but save. Autosave is on.
What's that between the toilet and the door?
What? Where?
In the bathroom, I guess.
Between the toilet and the door. There's a wastebasket.
Yeah,
next
good
to
idea
it.
not to let people know where you've been.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
And it's got toilet paper.
Yes.
that
Oh, yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
Ah, nope.
That's
Closed
yours.
door.
Ah, yeah, it's the toilet paper stand.
The presence of a fluffy bathroom tissue will be a great comfort when required.
Okay. Yes.
Tissue.
Yeah. Sometimes they had them on separate poles that they would have by the toilet. I've only seen it like once. Why are you opening the door?
Oh, I was thinking that would go downstairs,
No,
so
no.
they may. Open
Just-
door.
Just a widow walk. Yes.
That's right. I remember now. A widow's walk? Is that what you called
Yeah,
it?
I called it.
They called it a balcony.
I know.
Look. In the main floor hallway. Door to the powder room is to the west.
Oh my
That's
gosh! Bathrooms in
Yeah, in a game.
a game.
There were bathrooms in Hero Road Redemption.
Yes, there
So-
were.
A boys' room and a ladies' room.
Yeah.
The hallway continues to the north and south.
Yeah, used to seeing the wall toilet paper in a wall holder. Yeah, the Victorian /
We don't need to open another bathroom, do we?
no. Well, yeah, we have to check to see the color scheme.
Open door.
Ah, we're in the
Closed
blue
door.
bathroom.
Look.
This doesn't have the medicine cabinet, probably.
Look.
Did shower improve her charisma?
It did. This is a well-appointed powder room. There is a small storage cupboard and a green bar of soap sits in the pedestal sink. It got rid of some of the odor from the car fumes and the dust.
and the
And the dust.
train.
Yes,
Oh, train. Those trains were smoky and everything else.
Yep. and the dust of the journey.
All
Green
right.
bar of soap sits on the pedestal sink. An oval mirror and a fancy brass frame hangs in the wall.
So,
Okay, it is clear. A door in the east hall leads back to the main floor. It is clear we'll have to get the bar of soap and then carve it into a skeleton key and then use it to open the lock.
could be. Well, let's examine the cabinet.
Open cabinet. Look, cabinet. Look. Nope, I saw that.
Is that a shelf up high between the toilet and the door? Oh no, it is a peeling piece of wallpaper. I want an eye. I mean, I do definitely want an eye icon, and that's a look wallpaper.
Straight appeal. It is a close set repeating wave pattern. Pull wallpaper. Peel wallpaper.
Nope, can't do that.
Uh,
Can't open the cabinet. Look cabinet.
Wall.
Look cabinet. Suspicious wallpaper, I know. We just have suspicious minds, really. No, they don't have anything interesting. All right, fine. We've examined this bathroom.
Complained to management about wallpaper.
Yeah. Look at the window. Garbage
That-
can.
It's that line down from the
That's
wallpaper.
where the wallpaper is starting to come down
I
off
see.
of it.
What do you want me to look at?
Out the window for one, and somebody
That
wanted
mirror
to
view.
look in the trash.
I did that in the other room, didn't I? It's
What's
out of
on
the yard.
Okay, fine. Look trash.
A basket in the powder room has been painted purple to match the decor.
Okay. Nothing significant. Let's go onward to the green door.
Beyond the green door.
Okay.
All right. We are now by the powder room. We could go to the front door, the parlor, or the mudroom.
We could go to the closet or the
We
bar
can't go to
too.
the mudroom now. I just took a shower.
Oh, okay.
I have to save that for tomorrow.
Hmm.
Closet, bar.
All right, we should go to the
Did we
closet
find
and the
the?
bar.
Oh, we didn't go to the linen closet on the other because
No.
I wasn't opening doors randomly.
No, you weren't. Oop.
Open door.
Not knocking.
Yeah.
Oh, the billiard room. We can find a
Get
lead pipe
Q.
in here.
There's no one to play with.
No.
Look at cues. They are maplewood with nickel radius leather tips.
Wow, that's
Nickel
pretty fancy.
radius. I didn't-
Look, balls. Is something hidden in one of the corner
Maybe one of
pockets?
them's an explosive one because they
Yeah.
used to make the
Yes, yes.
used to make billiard balls out of what was it?
Oh,
Nitroglycerin, I think.
no, not
It was something
nitroglycerin.
similar to that.
No, it was
The celluloid.
celluloid. Yeah.
No, it's the same thing, and that's why the early films had a tendency to catch fire.
Yes, they could.
Early movie film.
They could explode. The early billiard balls. Take two. Make your
Easily
brilliant
round,
salsa.
colorful.
All right,
smooth
examine
action.
table. Could be something hiding in those holes. Oh, come
Ah,
on.
table would not benefit from
Oh,
closer
well,
examination.
examine billiard table.
Examine billiard table. Nope.
No,
Look, billiard table.
Yeah, in the corner pocket.
Ah, tail.
It's a tail.
You don't see anything noteworthy.
Oh, well.
Is this a scoring thing?
What? It's the back of a chair, Corey.
Oh, it's a couch. That's what I think.
Uh-huh.
A card table nestled in the corner. Play poobah.
Yeah, if you had people to play.
Sit.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Oh, we can sit over there instead.
No.
You sit down.
Okay. You can sit.
Look, couch. Frame sofa with polka dot upholstery.
Okay.
Search sofa. Always search sofa. Stand up first. Ooh. Earth. Search sofa. Let's use little effect. Tisk.
Love how she can sit pretty much anywhere. Yes, the little details are. Yes, indeed. Those are cool. It'd be interesting. You could look under the table or hide there. Yeah. It is massive.
A player's table and a small card table. And a side table beside a sofa.
Mm-hmm. But they don't look that interesting.
So in the early days of AI, the square card table was a lovely maple inlay. So I had to specify. Early days of AI, they had a program, or middle days of AI, whatever. They had a program that they could program a robot to do things. You could say, pick up the ball, and we either ask which ball or it would just grab one of the balls. But you could say, pick up the blue ball, and it would go and pick up the blue ball. And that was considered a major triumph of AI and robotics programming at the time. The idea that you could actually specify, put the ball on the table in the corner. And they were starting to get actual sort of Englishish sentences. And today they can do so much more. But unfortunately, the things like ChatGPT will lie to you. They'll make up things if they don't know the answer.
All right, let's go. We have to talk to
Look under
people.
the
And we
billiard
haven't
table.
yet, yeah. Look under the table. All right, that's
All right.
we haven't tried.
Look under billiard table. You don't see anything noteworthy.
All right, when we left
There's
the
another
door
door,
open.
though.
Yes, there is.
Open door. My goodness, it's dark as
Dark out as anything out there. I have no need to go out this way right now.
Ah. Matching floor lamps of fine cobalt blue lampshades and brass hardware.
All right, we left the door open, which was bad form. We should always close the door behind us so nobody can find us. All right, let's go to the door next across from us.
What is that? Billiards room, that's the dining room.
Yeah.
Nobody's here.
Oh, buddy.
There, you happy?
Yeah.
Take candlesticks.
Look. Just look.
Look. It's an impressive sight. A massive Persian rug covers the floor, on top of which stands an elegant dining table and matching chairs. There is a buffet and display cabinet set against the north wall, and a pair of elaborate Oriental jardinières are in opposite corners. Opposing corners.
Can you look in the planter?
A door to the west leads to the main floor hallway. You can see the kitchen through a doorway in the north hall, and the bar through a doorway in the south hall.
We can go without going through the halls.
I see. Look plant. Been trimmed to stunning examples of verdant symmetry.
And the
You can look at
candles
this
are
water.
Huh?
Find out if it's poisoned.
A cabinet.
It's a handsome display cabinet in the corner with glass panes to display fine dinnerware. A left cupboard and a right cupboard provide additional storage.
Look, cupboard. Ah,
You open the glass pane cabinet. Look in cabinet. It's a nice porcelain dinnerware.
closed.
Unless we want to search it.
I know. No. You want to search the cupboard.
It's still early.
Yeah.
Look,
One thing about playing adventure
Cupboard.
games is that it tends to make you want to be a snoop wherever you go. Yes.
oh, it's just repeating that.
Yeah.
Okay, search cupboard. It's hard to spell cupboard. You open the cupboard. There's a chafing dish and some serving platters. This is a soup tureen, a cocktail shaker, and a gravy boat.
Oh. Closed cupboard.
Close cabinet.
Yeah, that was a truism. You know, you've got to search everything and steal anything.
Anything
you can
that
take.
isn't nailed down.
Yep.
Look, water. Look, glasses. Look, pitcher. Oh, haha. Not everything here is described.
We can go back to
Water. Here it is in
Alright.
here. You see,
We
no,
head to the bar.
Barnes and Noble.
Oh, nobody's in these. There are no people here. Let's look at the poster.
Lithograph poster advertising absinthe.
Now, they're very fond of absinthe there. Those were popular posters, but, you know, that was one of the first posters.
The striped love seat looks very cozy. Search couch.
Oh, well. Look, bar.
This is couch. I won't need to use the word Bart. Cozy bar decorated in warm hues of crimson and coral. A trio of stools are stationed in front of an elaborately curved bar. There is an oversized armchair and a striped love seat. Door on the west wall leads to the main, and so on. 1 or 2 bottles containing various liquors. Opener. Can't use the word opener. Alas.
Examine bottles.
Examine chair.
No. Examine bottles.
All right. X bottles.
No.
Nope. Alas.
Can you get a bottle? They make a good weapon too. They can throw them at rats, you know.
I'm not. You aren't a lush.
Drinking liquors is a bit much. I prefer a nip of whiskey myself.
I see. But not a lush. There's candles.
Get glass? Yeah, the
3 candles. 7
silver candlesticks. There's the candlesticks in the dining room with Miss Marple. Actually,
Your mother always told you not to put lit candles in your pockets. Put out candle. Extinguish candle.
oh well. There's a kitchen that we could go to, and maybe we could annoy the cook.
Yeah.
And yes, we
It's
can.
Jack.
Yep, we can annoy it. That is good advice, not to
Talk
put lit candles in your
to Jack.
pockets. It is.
Hello, Jack. How are you doing?
Do you need a hand?
I was actually going to say, offer help.
Oh.
No, I've got everything under control here. You go on, talk with the other folks. A note has been added to your notebook.
Ooh.
I thought it was N for notebook. Control N.
You have to actually click on the thing and go scroll this thing.
Talk to Jack.
That was our talk to Jack.
Yep, it was in the list.
Jack seems to be a jack of all trades indeed, yes. He cooks, he cleans, he drives. He greets people at the thing.
There's a saucepan and a kitchen. I read saucepan as suspicious first.
A suspicious
A
saucepan.
suspicious pan. Whoa there, I'm busy cooking dinner out from under my feet. Yep, bothering the chef. Open door. Run away. Close door. I hear voices near this door. I wonder what they're talking about.
Listen.
Is there a doorway?
So what are we going to do about this?
What are we going to do about it? We aren't going to do anything. I'm going to stay out of everyone's way and wait for all this to blow over.
But what if they find...
Shh. Listen, if you want to talk, we'll do it privately. Later. Meet me in the study after dinner. I say cigar or store Indian.
He does. A note has been added to your notebook.
I don't think we want to go in there just now.
Yeah.
Open door. That's the study where they're going to meet after dinner.
Oh, let's
So-
find our hiding place.
Close door. So we're casing the joint is what we're doing now.
I'm
Just
to
in
see if
case
there's
people-
a hiding place in the study where you can eavesdrop from. Exactly.
The electric desk lamp has a green gas shade. Oh, but I wasn't near there. Look, paint tapestry. All the tapestry is a little faded with age. There's still rich colors woven into it. The
Why,
details.
there's the Sierra Moose head.
Look, poker. Looks pretty sharp.
Look behind the tapestry. Yeah, we hid things
Look
behind it.
behind tapestry. There's
Yeah,
nothing behind the tapestry
Move
except
tapestry.
move tapestry.
Hide
Look,
behind.
curtains.
It's curtains for you.
Look, window. There's a dense bush just outside of the window. Not much of a view. It's dark outside. We can hide in the bush.
Well, you can hide outside, but it sounds like it'd be cold.
The fireplace's legs and head are carved with simple linear flourishes. Imagine provides invaluable heat during long winter months. Oh, wait. what did it
There's
say?
already there's soot in the fireplace. It's used. Yeah.
Get more soot.
Why do we need more soot?
You have enough soot.
Yeah, okay, fine. If you hide outside, there's a risk of being locked out and freezing to death. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I mean, it would happen. Look, cabinet.
Look, moose. While the moose head looks pretty impressive on the wall, it can help feel a twinge of sympathy for the animal.
It's been that a long time. Especially if she borrowed
Polished
it
brass
from Sierra.
bowls. Open cabinet. You open the glass pane cabinet. Look in the cabinet. It's full of curios and memorabilia, old tarnished trophies, and a assortment of glass and ceramic vases.
Look, curios.
Curios. Look, curios. That's the ceramics.
Open drawer.
Curio. Close cabinet. No. There's a fundamental rule in cabinets is never open the cabinet and the drawers at the same time.
Now look, open drawer.
Open drawer. Which one will it open? Left or right? You open the left drawer. You open the right drawer. Look in drawers. There's some wooden blankets in these drawers. It must get chilly in here despite the fireplace. Look under blankets. Get blanket. You don't feel the need. Close drawers. I like the fact that you can do both of them with one command.
Yeah.
Look, books. Look, shelves. So encyclopedias and various books of general interest, but apparently not interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, we've had good books. Let's see, can you open
Look,
that?
books. Move book. Open cabinet. This cupboard appears to be decorative and
All
doesn't open.
We do have a desk, though.
Look, desk. Evan Richards' writing desk. The sturdy mahogany surface sits on double pedestals, each of which boasts a drawer and a cupboard. On top of the desk is a blotter, a brass lamp with a green glass shade, a clock, and a pen stand set.
Nice heavy weapons that could be easily used to crunk somebody.
Blotter. The green leather blotter has been worn smooth. X-blotter. So you always used to be able to find what's been written previously on it for the marks left in the blotter, but this one's been worn smooth.
Oh, well.
The clock, did they say? Appears to be broken, but it's a lovely piece nonetheless.
Oh, it's used as a murder weapon in a previous game.
Take pen. The pens look so lovely as a set. We should separate them.
Drawer.
This was Josh Mandel's very difficult task on Hero You Owed Redemption. It's coming up with an excuse for why a former thief
could not
becoming
steal
a rogue
everything.
could not steal anything from the entire castle.
Oh, well. Sorry about that.
Open. Drawer. Desk is locked.
Okay. Well, I'm not seeing a good hiding place in here unless it's hide behind tapestry.
Hide under desk.
No, he'll sit at the desk. Look in garbage can.
All right.
Get up.
Get up.
Look in garbage can.
Look, trash. Examine trash.
Hide behind tapestry. Let's see what it says. Ta-da! Very good, people. Very good. Now we could be here.
You stealthily slip behind the tapestry. Of course, this is no idea.
You emerge from the tapestry. Doesn't look like much is going on right now.
Okay, but we'll do that after dinner.
There, you people figured it out. It was
Good job.
the only thing you could really do, hide in here. So, yeah.
There's a plaque on that moose.
There's a plaque on the moose. Did you read the plaque on the moose?
Read plaque. Plague. And it accomplishes little.
Yeah. All right, so far.
Open door.
Maybe we can go into. Suddenly, the hiding music from Dagger Amon Ra is in it.
Closed door.
Let's go to the room on the to the north.
Clean handle. That's Jack Shaw, but what about my fingerprints?
Ah, yes.
Suddenly the hiding music from
Let's see if we can go see who's in that room up above that we're supposed to talk
Is
about. That one, yeah. The one we were listening at.
Window. This hall allows some of the light shining in from the conservatory to partially illuminate this hallway. It's dark outside. We're probably supposed to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Talk. Who's this? Look. Stunning showpiece of a room. That looks like it says POW. Surely the expense and trouble to bring this many panes of glass this far north must have been enormous. Doorway in the south wall of the hallway. Husky older man wearing beaten up denim overalls. Tall, broad man with long dark hair and a fringed jacket. There's Pocahontas. Talk man. Which man?
Hello, my name's Nancy Maple, and I'm a mineralogist on assignment from the Royal Canadian Museum.
RCM, like the RCMP. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I'm Evan Richards. Look, you and your friend can stay the night, but tomorrow night, Jack, we'll put you on a track back to the city.
But my boss set me up on behalf of the Royal Canadian Museum. I'm a mineralogist.
I've got too much on my plate as it is. Well, my sister and that lawyer of hers, and one mineralogist is already one too many.
Hello, my name is Nancy Maple. How do you do?
Hello, Miss Maple. I'm well, thank you. My name is Nathan Cardinal, a family friend of Evan's. How do you know him?
Oh, I don't actually know Mr. Richards at all. The Royal Canadian Museum sent me here on assignment. I'm here to survey the land and find out if there are diamonds here. A discovery like that would surely make a splash when the museum opens to the public.
You are wasting your time, I'm sorry to say. My family has lived in this area for many, many years and have never found diamonds here. Small red garnets are still plentiful, but of little value. A note has been added to your notebook.
Ask about garnets?
Pa came here for the garnets. Pa came here for the garnets, but unlike most, he stayed back even when the mines closed. It's a hard mineral, comes in a bunch of different colors, mostly deep red here, sometimes colorless. Colorless garnets could easily be mistaken for diamonds, but any expert would be able to tell the difference. Garnets may be hard, but they aren't as hard as diamonds.
That's right. Garnets come in a rainbow of colors. I read that garnets in crimson were pyrope garnets, which are deep red. Leucoduct garnets are the colorless ones. Tessarite is green.
Severite.
Huh?
Severite.
Severite?
Severite, yes.
Savorite is
Severite.
green and hessonite is orange.
Garnet is a hard mineral. You'll see lots of pebble-sized examples along the riverbed. Settlers mined garnets in this area for use in industrial abrasives. That is, until the mines became unprofitable.
All right. So we got the history and why this place is... There are crimson garnets around here.
Mines. Yeah, Crimson was known for garnet mines. I was just a kid when they were open. Never been to them. So don't ask me where the mines are. They got blasted closed decades ago, and the paths have long since been overgrown. Settlers have mined these lands before. They mined garnets that they crushed into abrasive powder. Once it became unprofitable, they left.
Ah, garnet necklaces were very popular in Victorian England. And I actually had some garnets in a string at one time, or my mother
I had some garnets when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that was about 30 years ago. We've worked hard to erase the vestiges of those mines and restore the wilderness to its natural state.
Do anyone think that Nancy will be going to a mine later in the game? It's possible, but, they have been closed off, and there's no way to find them. So
So,
unless
yeah.
you had an Indian guide who could lead you
Oh, I
there,
see.
yeah.
Still, the area is a dangerous place and is best avoided.
So
Ask about path. What? I don't know anything about that. Ask about tribe. Ask about Indians. What? I guess they're not Indians. But I did just learn the control he does ask about just as in Quest for Glory.
Okay.
What's this look like?
That looks like trash. All right.
Nathan's
All
there.
right, I
We're not
guess
going to do
you-
much while they're
Yeah,
here.
you've talked to Nathan and company.
Okay. We talked to Kimmy. We talked to Jack. We talked to Nathan and Evan. We still need Albert, Nessa, and Corvus. I guess we have to go up to their room, which I was too polite to do.
Yeah.
Unless we do it at dinner.
Well, I thought you'd do it at dinner. Let's see the map again. All right. So, pretty much, we haven't done the parlor or the mudroom. Let's go to the parlor.
Stairs.
Ooh,
Voices.
listen. We've only just arrived, but I can't wait to leave. I always hated this place.
I'll get this whole affair straightened out and be gone in no time. Of course, locating the will would expedite our departure.
Yes, the woman in the. I told you, I don't even know if there is a will here.
That does complicate things, yes.
I'll do your job and I'll do mine.
Game is auto-saved and note has been added to
Yes,
your notebook.
sister and her liar, and they can't stand each other. All right, we could go talk to them.
Knock. Can't knock on the door, it's already open.
She's
Talk to man.
Hello, how do you do? My name's Nancy Maple.
Hello, Miss Maple. My name is Corvus Shaw. I'm Miss Nessa Crab's, nay, Richard's lawyer. She is Evan's older sister. Older, very important. He gestures to the woman seated on the sofa. I'm here to advise her on the legal implications of this situation. Talk, Nessa.
Good evening, my name's Nancy Maple. It's nice to meet you.
Niff.
I'm Nessa Crab, Evan's older sister. What on earth are you doing here? Are you another one of Evan's gold-digging girlfriends?
No, I dig for diamonds.
Not at all. I am a diamond-digging mineralogist.
Yay.
At least I hope to be. The government has sent a professional to handle that. Stay out of his way.
The oil painting depicts a canoe docked on the shore of a lake. While you are no expert, you feel it is quite well done. Something on the table.
Nessa being her normal, delightful self. Yeah, I think the...
Oh, on a darned oval coffee table stands in 4 cabriolet legs. There's a fine crystal vase and a matching crystal bowl on it.
Oh, that crystal vase will be heavy enough to conk somebody over the head with.
Ah, very good.
Look at Nessa.
Statue.
Okay.
Sculpture. A bronze figure is a dancing woman lifting her skirts. She stands in a gray marble base.
Risque.
Well, or staying out of the mud.
No, those are quite lifted up and showing her knees. All right, fine.
I'm glad you can read that.
All right, look at Nessa.
All right, look at Nessa.
Nessa Crab is Evan Richards' older sister. She is a stern, matronly woman with a look of perpetual displeasure etched into her face. Back in the city, you've seen plenty of women just like her, well-to-do and disapproving.
Yes, we know them well.
Yeah, Can-Can dancer statue kind of looks like a Can-Can.
Could be.
Nessa is sitting stiffly on the couch and eating Jordan almonds from a crystal bowl.
Lori loves Jordan almonds.
I do love Jordan almonds, and they
me
broke
too.
my tooth on it, and so therefore I will not be eating too many.
Oh well, alas.
And then look at
Ask
Corvus.
for almond. I don't care at all about that. What I know about that would probably go over your head. Look at what, Jordan?
Look at Jordan. No, his name is Corvus.
Oh.
Yes.
Look, Corvus. But there was something about Jordan.
Yeah, it did.
Corvus Shaw is Natalie dressed in black slacks and a striped vest with metal buttons. Seems like a very clever sort with quite a sharp tongue. See why he gets along with Nessa so well. All right, look, almonds. They have a
Teeth-breakingly hard candy shell,
and,
yes!
And it left, worked up to its reputation for Lori.
Yeah, you always felt they were not worth the effort, yes.
These turned almonds are piled high in a cut crystal bowl on a fancy
Now,
coffee.
see, you could poison those, and you could easily, you know.
And they wouldn't taste it because if you use cyanide, it tastes a lot
right,
like
yes,
almonds.
it tastes like almonds.
Bitter almonds.
Bitter almonds, yes.
Oh, I forgot to oil hinges.
Ah, it is.
I don't know any oil.
Ah.
This is that kind of a mud room.
Yes, that kind of mud room. Well, it wasn't going to be mud wrestling. Sorry, Corey. Closed door. Ugh. Alright.
Cabinet. 2 lockers, one left, one on the right. They have bright brass pulls indicating frequent use. Open left cabinet. Open drawer.
Locker.
Locker. You open the drawer. Look in drawer. It is empty. Close drawer. This is, how wonderful text parsers were. You could sit there all day typing simple commands. Whereas today you click on things. Open it. Locker.
Locker. That was the term for it. Oh.
Look in locker. There's an old red shirt hanging in the hook in the left locker. Look, shirt. Well, closing here. Get shirt. Maybe we can wash it. It's way too big to fit you.
Oh, well.
Close store. All right. Close locker.
All right. Look close or
There's
or
no boots down
there's
there.
No boots. There's boots and there's
Look,
no boots.
boots. Which boots do we like to look at? Women's boots or the men's boots? Women's. Look,
at
women's boots. The women's boots are quite petite with a small heel. They're made of black leather with rubber soles and appear well used and maintained.
Okay. Interesting. Doesn't sound like they'd be.
What's that,
necessary.
Rubber Soul, the Beatles album or something?
No, not that
Or
I
is this
know.
something album?
Okay.
Put on men's boots. That doesn't accomplish
Let's
anything.
go over and look at-
Wear men's boots.
Let's go look in the other locker.
I haven't finished examining everything. Men's boots are size 12 and have rubber soles around the toe box are very worn, made of founded brown leather. Look, okay. What if these are Mr. Richards boots? You can put itching powder in them.
Yeah, we can put our soot. You can put soot on the boots so you could see how they leave a trail wherever they go.
Open cabinet, locker. Look, locker. Look in right locker. Old clothes. Look at old clothes. Examine right locker. Search locker. Close locker.
Open drawer. We didn't open this drawer.
Nope.
We're thorough.
You open the drawer.
Look in drawer.
Look, drawer. Look in right drawer. Some dried mud and a pair of part of a broken shoelace. Get shoelace. Have a shoelace, not long enough to be useful. Get mud.
Yeah, strangle.
Okay, examine mud. Examine shoelace. Looks like it wore down over time before it eventually failed.
Okay.
Closed drawer. That sounds important, but I don't know for what yet.
Now we could put the soot on the bottom of the shoes, and then they would leave a path.
Ah, I see. Basin is low and has a brass spout and faucet. There's a rubber hose attached to the spout, which you presume helps with boot washing.
Yep. I would presume that. Okay, and sink.
Turn on faucet.
Can you take the hose?
Not right now.
It would be a bad idea.
Turn off faucet. I think people would notice if their hose was missing. The rubber hose there for a reason, to wash boots. Leave it alone.
Okay, well, so far,
Put soot on brown boots.
really, yeah.
Can
Right now, it did accept that you were able to do that, though.
Look out door. Open door. It's dark. No reason to go out now. But I can cleverly hit space in order to repeat that command. Close door.
All right.
So we are supposed to talk to everybody.
Yeah, we haven't quite talked to everybody yet.
Why don't you take over for a few? Let's see. Save. Back upstairs.
Okay. Upstairs.
Picky. I'll hand this over to the boss.
Mm. Oh, thank you. Bless me. Yeah. Bless my soul. Let's see. Okay. Restart. Click. Sans Fog. Hint book. Don't need a hint book yet. So awesome you're playing this game. I started it not long ago myself and enjoying it. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We really want to encourage the reason we're playing these silly things, and because we're not great at doing adventure games, but we really want to encourage people to buy these things and support these people and that sort of thing, because it's important. Let's see, escape. That gets me there again. Text-based inventory. Graphical. I see. We could have a text space, and I can escape there. How did we get to the map? I couldn't find the map or inventory. Oh, control him maybe. We used to use control. Nope. Okay. Indie devs for the win. Exactly. So much mystery and intrigue. We want to have mystery and intrigue in here. But so far, if we weren't knowing that we were playing a game, nothing seems all that suspicious, except that there's a missing will that may or might not be here. And then there's those two conspiring to talk in the study later on when it's private and nobody can listen in. That's only a little suspicious. But we don't know the real mystery yet. Let's see. How do you get to the inventory and things like that?
I think try I.
I did. But control I? Is it good?
No, just try I.
I used I.
What happened?
I gave an I.
And enter?
Oh, you have to enter. Oh, okay, fine. I thought it was writing. What could possibly go wrong? I'm sure it's an ordinary night at this inn. I want to look at our map. Okay. Servants' quarters.
So we managed to spend
yeah, we've been
hour
done
and
nothing.
a half doing very little.
Yes.
But now we got the intro to the story, and
Yes.
we're exploring thoroughly.
Yeah.
As,
Mystery is also, where did the diamond and the fish come from when there and are there more in the area? Yes, there is a real mystery.
sounds like a big fish story.
There's
to
a
me.
big that diamond was not a natural diamond. How did that diamond get in the fish? Well, the fish swallowed the diamond because it liked the shiny thing. Well, that we can rationale, but where did it come
Or
from?
someone had a diamond on their lure, and
Yeah, they used diamond lures. Okay, so we have not.
I was going to say one concern I have early on, in the lodge, when I was coming down the hallway, and every step I took, it popped up a thing saying, use this for this command and so on. I found that a little intrusive, I'd much rather if there's a little thing in the corner that said H for help or something like that.
No, you don't hit.
Well, you actually, listen doesn't seem to actually ever do anything because they tell you in their voices.
I know it. I know.
Knock.
I was gonna. That was next. I keep wanting to hit control. 10. You knock.
You get no response.
Oh. Open door. All right. I guess we have to walk in. Ooh. Look.
Pretty large bedroom. There's a love seat, an armchair arranged around a low table. There's a wardrobe, dresser, and painted cupboard. Looks like they put all their spare furniture in here, which, there's always one room that all the spare furniture ends up in, just in case you need to furnish one of the other bedrooms. There are all sorts of cabinets and so on. We're really going to search all these, even though we have no reason to.
No.
But that would be the only way to find the key to the looking desk. Nightstand, looking nightstand. A writing desk sits in the corner. Okay, how about examine desk? Open drawers. Examine hasn't been doing much for us.
No.
We're pretty far from it. Open this drawer.
I want to see what that thing right there is, and
It looks like my suitcase.
It
my
does.
missing suitcase.
I know. It's like.
Look, suitcase. A case would work. Nessa's luggage is the foot of her bed. Oh, this is Nessa's room.
Ah.
We're in Nessa's. While she's downstairs talking with her lawyer, it's a great time to search it.
Open
Search.
drawer.
Look, there's some drawers they'd like to open. Anyway.
There's a lot of drawers here.
Spacebar. Okay.
It doesn't
Probably those
accept
drawers
that,
aren't open. Search trash. Search trash. Later, there will probably be something. I'm going to open the case. Search case. All right. Search suitcase.
We can be super noisy. No, can't be super nosy.
All right. Open cabinet. Right hand cupboard. Oh, we have the right. There's a lot of things to open here. Search cupboard. Of course, cupboard.
All right, there's a clue.
Maybe Nessa isn't intending on staying for too long. Pass me a cup.
Yeah. Oh, you still
A
have a
cup,
drink.
a cup for the cupboard.
You still have a drink.
Would you like me to use some?
Yeah. Well, there's only a.
Corey chokes on the poisoned drink. Can't handle my tea. It's empty.
Yeah.
Suppose Nessa hasn't had a chance to unpack. wardrobe.
All right. Right now, I think we've looked here. I think we'll come back and look again later. Where's
Hold down the move button.
close door? Okay.
Lori's actually a very good typist, but she hates my keyboard.
What's this room?
Spacebar. Oh. I don't know what that room is. Map.
Map? No, terrible typer, actually. Map. All right. This is a servant's quarters. We don't know of any servants here yet.
Okay. Yeah. Open the door.
Listen. I don't care. You listen.
All right. You're going to follow your protocol.
Yeah. All right. Knock.
You know, it's polite just in case there's a wizard.
On
it's
Albert's door.
Ah. Leave me alone, whoever it is. I am busy.
All right.
Talk to Albert.
He doesn't want to talk to you.
But anyway.
What do you want me to say?
Just talk to Albert.
Talk to Albert? Like that?
Yeah.
Albert's not here to talk to.
It would be rude to open the door.
It would, so therefore...
And we're not a rude lady, although we are persistent.
Well, we haven't been really. All right.
That door's open.
Huh?
Go to the end door. On the right. Is that our room?
Well, that's our room. We forgot to close the door. Tried to be obnoxious and see what his reaction would be by keep knocking. All right.
This door.
Close door.
O-O-R.
I'm trying to get my fingers on the keys. Okay.
You could turn on a light.
There are light. Oh, you mean here in the real world?
Yeah.
All right. Knock. Open door.
It's locked. Oh, it's not.
Walk in room.
Ooh.
Ooh, interesting. This has doors. Look. Master bedroom. Mr. Richards shares it with Margot. Feel a little weird about invading their private space. This is a wardrobe and nightstands. There are 2 doors to the south and west and a door in the east wall leading back to the hallway. Well, there's a lot of things to explore here, but, you know, we have supposed to be meeting people.
Maybe we meet them in the dining room.
Yeah.
Oh, she was typing in Welsh. Bathroom.
The master bathroom.
An ensuite bathroom. What a luxury.
Ooh, en suite, huh? Wow.
Ensuite it is.
And a waste paper basket. There are more waste paper baskets than in any other game I've ever seen. All right.
It's traditional. Look in the waste paper baskets for the...
Well, so far, they're not, you know...
Look, trash. Search trash. Examine doesn't seem to work.
So far.
Okay. Next time we'll be playing Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing.
Yeah, really. Closed door. Oh, we forgot to close the other door.
Uh-oh. We could walk on a same moment.
Yeah, I could.
Space.
Oh, space? Not
Wait,
now.
now.
All right, let's go look at the closet or whatever this is.
Oh. dressing room.
Boop. We should have knocked.
The only time we didn't.
Ah.
Look. She doesn't seem to notice this. The abuvoir transported to fin de siècle Paris. This shiny, opulent, perhaps slightly tacky, and very, very pink. A mannered vanity is the focal point of the room. Exotic perfumes hover in intensely localized clouds that you can almost see. Every movement stirs air currents that bring new scents to your nose. That makes sense. A doorway to the south leads to a walk-in closet, and a doorway to the north leads back into the master bedroom. A powder compact is in the vanity. Is a pretty blonde woman in a fashionable dress. Go back out and then knock. Greet woman. Talk woman. As always, the problem is what words use as synonyms and so on.
Hello there. It's nice to meet you. My name's Nancy Maple. I just walked into your bedroom.
Yes, what are you doing in my boudoir?
A pleasure to meet you, mademoiselle. I'm Margot. Welcome to the Crimson Lodge. How long will you be staying with us?
Oh, for quite a long time, if you allow me.
I'm only here for tonight. Unfortunately, I was sent here by the Royal Canadian Museum on assignment. But Jack says I'm due to leave in the train tomorrow, according to Mr. Richards' wishes. I see. I'm sorry we won't get to know each other better.
Well, she seems nice.
Yeah. Ask about
Richards.
Margot. Oh, me, not much to tell. Before I met Evan, I felt so alone. But everything's changed for the better.
Ask about Evan. You can do control, by the way.
Even Stephen.
Oh, mon cher.
We met in Crimson a couple of years ago. I was terribly lost, and it was so late in the evening. No more trains were running that night, so he invited me to stay at the lodge. And I have not left since then.
Ah.
Is she one of these women that Nessa called a gold digger?
Perhaps so.
Perhaps so. Wow.
There's a gold-colored poster over there.
Yeah. All
Good
right.
poster.
Ask about Diamond.
Or ask about Nessa.
We
As
did.
I said, control A types ask about for you. So escape. Escape. Control A. That was much more efficient.
Ask about what?
Nessa.
Nessa and Carvus, they came up from the city a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure she doesn't like me, but I barely know her. She's Evan's older sister. Once she heard about the diamonds, she brought her lawyer to the lodge with her. Mon cher has been under so much stress lately. She's probably in the parlor.
What,
Okay.
Did you want to ask about diamonds?
Yeah.
Or ask about mines or diamonds or whatever?
She doesn't know anything, but she might know about diamond. Diamonds are the finest of jewels, fit for royalty.
And a girl's best friend.
Yes. Yes. In the parlor, inhaling Jordan almonds, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
you could.
She
Ask-
could choke on that, you know?
Ask about garnets.
Okay.
She is really applying that makeup.
She is. Girl has to stay beautiful. Evan tells me the pretty pebbles in the riverbed are garnets. They are little red ones and clear ones. They are very tiny. The different colors are caused by mineral impurities. Ah, yes.
Okay, look at dress.
Okay. Huh? Look dress?
Yeah. Okay. Better get out of here before we wear out our welcome. Say goodbye. Can't you say goodbye? Can't use goodbye.
Ah, can't be polite in this game. You just can be nosy.
Good store.
Mm-hmm.
Locked door. She'll never be able to get out. Search trunk. I think
We have nothing to do yet. I mean,
we shouldn't be here anyway.
yeah,
Yes.
we shouldn't.
Other than apparently we had to talk to her, so.
Yes, we were supposed to talk to everybody. Open door. Have
Did that
we?
include, Margot?
Yeah, have we done everything now?
I don't think we've.
Look in the trunks.
Well,
Yeah, we'll have to look in all the trunks, but I would do that better closed door.
After we're looking for something else.
Okay.
Like we discovered that the wheel is missing.
All right. So what is it to bring up the map? Control M or
Yep.
map?
Well, you could try Control M.
No. Okay.
All right, that was the innkeeper's quarters. Oh, I see. There's the doors. So there was
Okay.
another closet back there we could have gone into, but that
Well,
someone's there.
right. Yeah, that was just it. Have we got another?
The servants' quarters was the was it guest bedroom 2? Have we been in there?
We're in guest bedroom 2.
I thought we were in 1.
No, we're in 2.
Who's in 1?
Can't solve any mysteries by minding your own business. Yeah, but we have to actually have the mystery first.
Yeah.
I mean, nosy overrides social nicety. I mean, yeah. I prefer to actually have a reason to be really super nosy.
All right. So you don't think we've been in here? Open door. Knock. Okay, fine. Knock, knock. Is that you, Nancy? Yes, that's
it
your room.
is. Oh, I thought we were.
That was your room.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's Nessie, yes.
And the next one would be Jack's room because the
Okay.
fake gemologist took over his room.
So this is.
Yeah, so won't be anyone in there, but you can try knocking. There's Buds. Oh, is that a cat picture on the wall?
Oh,
A
honey.
big game?
Could be.
Is there Jack and Corvus showing it. The crate haphazardly filled with clothes. Jack didn't get much notice regarding this new living arrangement. It is a large dresser set against the back wall containing many small drawers. There is a pitcher. That's the very tiny underwear. There is a pitcher and a drinking glass on top. You also see a low coffee table, a writing desk, bookcase, plush armchair, and a pair of beds. A door on the west wall leads back to the upstairs hallway. Look paintings. Look art. Whatever. Oil paintings are hung over the two beds. One features a majestic mountain range, the other depicts a tuxedo cat lying in grass surrounded by flowers.
That cat reminds me of the sweetest stray I've ever met. A tuxedo cat just like that.
Ah,
That's got what big eyes that cat has. Yeah. All right, but we have two people sharing a room. One who is kind of messy. The other one has his things neatly stacked and everything.
well, one's the lawyer. He probably hasn't unpacked. He did leave his shoes under the bed, though.
Two single beds are on opposite corners of the room. Okay, well,
All right, search that chest, trunk, suitcase.
this thing,
No, the one over by the blue one.
I have to go all the way over there to go search this.
Search blue suitcase.
We left the door open.
Oh no,
That doesn't accomplish
All
anything.
right.
Search desk.
sure.
One of these days this is going to yield something.
Nothing interesting.
Look, trash.
Still no reason to look in there.
I know. All right. We have accomplished our
We've
goals.
cased the joint.
We've cased the
Okay,
joint.
closed door.
Oh, yes.
Let's go knock again and be persistent on
Go bug
next
it.
door. The next door. Up.
Okay.
Yeah, the servants' quarters is the one that was taken over by Albert.
Okay.
Did we look at the guest bedroom across from that? I don't remember if we did.
I know, I can't even remember. That's stupid. Okay, well, let's go to that.
In fact, at times I can't remember where I was the other night.
Tuxedo Cat, just like that. One of my favorite lines from this game. Yes. Like the Cheshire Cat. Look in the linen closet. Yeah, well, we'll be doing that when we have the mystery to
You're
actually...
off screen when you lean over like that.
Oh, well. Well, then we'll switch. You can get the controls back because I'm also almost off screen just sitting in your chair, you know?
We're sitting in the chairs.
Okay.
Chairs.
Well, that was...
Was anyone in there?
No.
I don't know if we've been in this. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Nessa's staying. Nessa Dormo.
Nessa Dorma. Open door. Or rude.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Albert. Oh, Mr. Resma, how are you settling in?
That's your voice. Ah, we have talked to everybody now.
You're Jack going suppers. All right, so we had to break in on him. How rude.
Yeah.
Close door. Very intrusive
How
of
about
us.
she just doesn't get it? She just walks in. She did knock first, yes. All right, we have talked to everybody.
Talk to Kimmy. Open the curio cabinet drawer, then search the drawer and take the somethings. Oh, there's my hotspot. Acquired Lodge brochure, which contains a map. Talk to Jack. Have a Nathan meeting. Talk to Evan. Talk to Nathan. Nathan, Nessa, and Corvus. Talk to Corvus. Talk to Nessa. Talk to Margot. To Albert. Go to the dressing room. Corvus, Nessa, Margot, Albert, Evan, Nathan, Jack, and Kimi. To you. That's everybody.
That's it. We've hit it.
Hello.
That's
we did
why
it.
that's why it's supper time. Because we did it.
A triggered event. Oh,
Yeah.
we don't go there.
No, we don't. We go through this
All right,
staircase.
down the stairs.
Yep.
Oh, she
Yep.
looked like she stepped real delicately into the stair.
Now to the dining hall.
That's the kitchen. This is the dining hall.
Uh-huh.
The door's open. Maybe we should have listened first.
My goodness, what a lot of company we have tonight.
This is giving me indigestion.
This
Yes.
food is giving me indigestion.
You're welcome to leave. In fact, please do.
Ha! You'd like that, wouldn't you? I'm not going anywhere until we find out if that diamond came from this land. And if it did, then you better believe I'm getting my share.
That's what you think. Yes, that's what we think. That's what I'm here to ensure. Hey, you, how long is that going to take? I will begin my fieldwork tomorrow morning. Crimson used to be a garnet mining town, yes? Yeah, but forget about visiting the mines. They blasted the mine entrances shut years ago when they closed it down. Unless the fish had a pickaxe, broke into the mine, swallowed a diamond, then dove back into the river. That was it? Of course.
Ah,
Because he saw it happen.
it
So I
is
did that.
clear. They're so blatantly rude to each other, even in front of guests. Well, they don't care.
I'll check my family.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I see. I've never even been there. Couldn't tell you where it is. Mr. Richards gets a sour look in his face and digs back into his meal. He looks like he is done with this conversation.
Margot, what a lovely necklace you're wearing.
Oh,
Thank you, mademoiselle. Monsieur Richards, he gave it to me. I'm very fond of it.
ah,
Ah, cheap trinket, misshapen paste gem in a cheap setting.
so she knows her jewelry.
It is a white garnet, not glass. My Evan, he found it here in Crimson. Didn't you, monsieur?
Never mind, Margot. No one wants to hear about that. Oh, I do.
my sapphire brooch, well, this is a real piece of jewelry. I bought it myself.
Yeah, because you couldn't find a man to give you one.
Well, I think they're both quite nice.
Nancy.
Is that Nancy?
It says Nancy.
Oh, Nancy, I see. Oh, I thought they were talking to
No,
Nancy.
Nancy Colin.
Nathan, I read in the newspaper that most of this land was once parceled out to settlers. Is that how this plot became property of Mr. Richard's father?
Stole it from the Indians. About 50 years ago, this land was annexed by the government. Various treaties were signed in exchange for preservation of our hunting and fishing rights and financial compensation. The promises described in these treaties were not honored, by the way. Settlers came, mines were dug, and Crimson was prosperous. For a time.
Well, they're letting him eat at the table, which
That's
is
true.
more than normal in this period of time.
But eventually the mines were exhausted. Most settlers abandoned their homesteads, and Crimson became a ghost town. There have been Western films in which there was an Indian friend who was treated like family.
Not very many of them. They didn't eat at the table.
Not usually, but
They were treated as servants.
only Mr. Richards and his family remained. Yeah, we like the peace and quiet.
We liked it. I always hated it here.
I sure do miss peace and quiet. Nessa and Corvus were the first to excuse themselves from the table. They head to the bar for a nightcap. Albert follows him for a snifter of brandy and one of his cigars. Jack clears away the dishes and goes to the kitchen to wash up. After eating a minuscule portion of supper, Margot heads upstairs to draw a bath. She's in earnest. She draws baths. Kimmy heads upstairs to get ready for bed. Nathan and Evan remain at the table, lingering over their desserts. The candles have burned down a fair bit over the course of the evening, and small puddles of wax solidifying the tablecloth.
What an awkward dinner. Yeah. Well, that was a lovely meal.
Yeah, Jack does a good job. Usually I wait for Jack to come clear the dishes so as I can put off getting up. I'd say he's taking longer than usual to clear up with all the extra guests.
Oh, I feel a little responsible for Jack's extra workload. Maybe I ought to give him a hand.
He'd appreciate that. About time someone made themselves useful around here.
Not him, though.
Of course not.
And
Instead-
besides, it gets you out of here.
Offer to help.
Would you like me to give you a hand with that?
Talk, Jack. Hello, Jack. Miss, I'm busy with these dishes. I can't talk right now. Offer to help, Jack.
Nah, you keep that. Okay. An offer, you can't offer him. Yes.
Help, Jack. There we go.
You help Jack wash the dishes. Thanks, miss.
Thanks, miss. Lots more dishes than usual.
Happy to help.
A note has been added to your notebook. Now I got to go see to Mrs. Crabbe and Mr. Shaw in the bar. I have to make sure they don't drink us dry. And, of course, I need to get Mr. Richards his hot toddy. He likes a soothing drink before bed. And I don't want to keep Margot waiting. Maybe there's something going on there. Oh, forget about the last one, won't you? A note has been added to your notebook. Game is auto-saved.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Remember to go into the study and hide.
Yes, that's where I was heading.
Yeah, so it does recognize that's a.
You stealthily slip behind the tapestry. After a while, you emerge from the tapestry. It doesn't look like what's going on.
Oh well, not yet. It's a long night.
Open door.
Let's go to the bar where the happening place is.
Dink. Dink.
I think you needed to hide instead of doing dishes. It's possible, but open door.
Forgive it this way.
You want to come in through the dining room door? Oh, okay. Listen this way. Father's will has got to be around here somewhere. Things would be so much easier if we could just find it.
If the will can't be found, we may have to proceed as planned. Take our chances.
That little gold-digging hussy complicates things. Speaking of which, I found out something interesting recently. It could help us deal with her. But we'll talk about that another time. Good night, Mr. Shaw.
Good night, madame.
All right, well, we were supposed to listen to that one, so let's go try hiding now. Though only unobservant people would not notice her feet and shoes picking out from beneath that tapestry. That is
Oh, well.
true. Listen.
Close door. Yeah, I think we have to be cued more.
Nope, not yet. We are not cued.
Oh, she's cute. Do-do-do. We'll leave it open.
Oh, it's 4:30.
Yes, it is.
Well, he's in here drinking his hot
God.
toddy.
Evan says name.
This is a lovely lodge.
Especially this room. My pa did all this. Had nothing to do with me. Glad you like it, though. Ask about staying. Mr. Richards grimaces. I just want to be left alone. All these people around, it gets on my nerves. I'm sure you're a nice girl. It's nothing personal. Offer favors. Yes, that's what it's called.
Oh well, let's. We haven't actually found the mystery. Nobody's died yet.
Help Evan. Ask about lawyer. Snobby. I'm not surprised Nessa likes him. He says the lodge is stuffy, so he sits out on the bench outside of the study for fresh air.
Ah,
I find him stuffy. Ha!
I see. Well, we could go find him outside the bench. Is this door open now?
I left it open.
You left it open.
Yeah.
Outside the study.
How do you open the door if there's...
Oh, dark out there.
That's consistent. I don't know how we're supposed to do that. Listen on this. Okay. Close door. Save. After dinner. Helped with dishes 27. I suppose that's the number of moves we're taking.
I don't know. Let's look at our
Notes.
notes. Okay, we have talked to everybody. We have learned important things. They're looking for a
Gorvis
will.
are looking for a will. Go
Uh-huh.
dining room. What dining room? Help Jack with dishes. Help Jack. Eavesdrop in boudoir door. Nessa can't find a will. Nessa is dealing with Margot.
Okay.
We didn't eavesdrop in the boudoir door.
door open.
On suite door as opposed to boudoir door. Ah, there we go. Her muffled voice of boudoir, but the speakers are too far from the door to hear them clearly. Perhaps you could listen at the door with an item that would help you if we had a glass. Maybe someone else would know. We have to get a glass, clearly. That's the way it's done. Unless we get this vase here. Get vase? No glasses here. We have so little time to do this end, except it isn't time limited.
There's a glass in Jack's room. And there's glass in the
Where's
bar.
Jack's room?
Next one down.
This
that
one?
one? Yeah. Listen. Oh, I mean.
Knock. Open door. Is a glass here? Oh, there.
On the.
Get glass. Is there someone sleeping in that bed? Oh, they're playing and drinking. Look, get.
You're right.
Corvus is fast asleep.
Yeah, we walked in.
We didn't hear our knock.
Yeah, he didn't. He slept.
Heavy sleeper. All right, we're gonna have to head down. So I was just afraid it would take too long, but of course it probably won't, because that's not the way this kind of game works. Although Colonel's Bequest did work that way. There were
Yeah, it was time gated.
get glass. These glasses maybe they aren't useful for more than drinking. It isn't that enough? Maybe we can find more versatile glasses in the kitchen.
Boy, they sure make you work for this. Look in the cabinet cover.
Probably not this one.
That looks like the ice box. Look in the sideboard, I guess.
And open sideboard. Oh, that's an ice box, you think?
Well, I think so.
It would probably be in one of these cabinets. Open upper cabinet.
Corvus. Yell in his ear.
Get glass.
Okay,
Close
close.
cupboard.
All right.
Hide our.
Look in icebox, yes.
All right, I could do that. Open icebox. Maybe there's a dead body in there.
Yeah. It's a little small for that.
That's a little.
There's ice. Yeah.
Iceboxes, rock solid and Fosse. And icebox.
No, he'll tell you about the.
Close icebox. Yeah, it's a little early for a dead body to be there.
Yeah, I know. We haven't found a dead body yet. Okay, let's see if we could go back and actually listen, or you can kill someone with that, but only if you could pick it up. You want to kill him with the ice pick that comes with that block of ice.
That would be much easier,
Yes.
certainly.
Yeah, works much better.
You're supposed to be left the door open the
A
whole
little
time.
bloodier. Well, it was open when we came here.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Listen with glass.
It does work.
With the help of the drinking glass, you can hear a conversation behind the boudoir door. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Oh, monsieur, you are wonderfully helpful. I cannot help you, and I thank you enough.
I do what I can.
Mon Dieu.
Sorry about that. You know we gotta go slow. The pamphlet says so, right?
It does. More's the pity. But I think it's working.
I think this is one of these two-meaning type sentences. You hear some muffled cries. Shh, gotta keep it down, especially tonight. So many ears around.
You are right, of course. This must remain our little secret.
Voices go silent for a little while. All right, I think we're done here. I gotta skedaddle before Mr. Richards finishes his drink and comes to bed.
Of course. Merci, Jack. Your days and nights are so very long.
You got that right. I'm not done yet. Having all these folks in the lodge, I gotta work that much harder.
I am sure they will be gone soon. Everything will be back to normal.
I hope so. Good night. I hear footsteps coming towards the door. Oh, no. Actually, I was panicking and trying to get to the door, and instead I missed a line and ended up hiding behind. After waiting a few minutes, Margot leaves her boudoir and heads downstairs. You managed to sneak across the wall to your bedroom. What a long and intriguing night this has been. Excellent job.
All right,
Kudos.
you're right. We missed the talk between the other things, but we got the other one.
Ooh, exhausted. What an interesting place this is. Too bad Kimmy and I have to leave on the train tomorrow.
Later that night. Whoa!
Chapter 2, Excursions. Well, they blew up the mine, they blew up the bridge. Okay, Nancy, I'm all ready. Let's go.
I would say we're going to save here.
We are going to save. I wish we could stay here
longer. It's been such an interesting old place and such intriguing folks. I know what you mean. I can see that you need a moment. I will meet you at the front door. Thanks, Kimmy. First chapter down. Well done. Yes, we got to the end of the chapter. We missed a big crucial thing.
It's been auto-save, but I was going to save anyway. I guess I don't need to.
You don't need to.
I was going to quit. Boom. Trust the autosave.
Really quick? Yes. All right. And that was the
That
first
was
chapter.
chapter 1 of the Crimson
and
Diamond.
the introduction.
And the introduction. Very fascinating game.
Yes, lots going on. I'm sure you would all enjoy this. So go out and buy it, you know?
Yes, help the indie developers.
If you haven't tried it, try it.
You can
It
buy
is-
all the games I have. I have Baba Is You, which was highly recommended to me, which I haven't played. Broken Age, which I played just a little bit of. I have some
I want
concerns
to
that
get this game for sure.
Creeks
All right.
I don't know anything about. I
Well,
don't know
there's
why I
a
have it.
lot of things, and we will again play a different game next time. So we will see you in 2 weeks. Oh, I hope you have a happy Easter.
And we have been delighted to have you all here with us.
Yes, and to share this experience. Because
Thank you for staying at
certainly
our
Yeah.
lodge.
our lodge, so that we can learn how to play these games. See you all.
So, yeah, I'm
Take
wondering if
care.
we need to restore to a previous save in order to listen in the conversation.
I don't know if we can. Happy Easter. Happy days. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bonsoir.
Bonne nuit.